No, guys, it's the same one. I was reading your chat. I was about to type in the answer, but whoever wrote that. I'm a little late to the game. I slept in and I was over at Anthony's because it was his birthday, so I wanted to, be over there. But yeah, it's the same thing, but I wanted to chat with you guys about it because they did give some new information. So those of you, we are gonna watch it again just because there's probably some people that haven't seen it. Um And then, can somebody help me out? Okay, so like I said, I'm a little bit late to the game again, but I saw this little short clip. Somebody screen recorded it. It was on Twitter, but they cut it off, and I've been trying to freaking find where it came from. It's like it looks like it's Raymond getting arraigned, right? Wait, hold on one second. Let me enter. We'll watch the press conference too from earlier, but I want to play this little short clip. It looks like he's getting arraigned. Ramon, sorry. Why I keep saying Raymond. It looks like he's getting arraigned or whatever, but it's just like I want to get the whole thing. Do you guys see it? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, Cool Gamer? Hey, Jen, Big Al, D Burling, Kimmy K, what's up? Bryant, Bandy, Lori. Um, how are you guys? I might open up the. I'm debating. For sure I'm going to do that open panel tomorrow because I know there's a couple people that want to come tomorrow. I wasn't going to do a live today, but I was. Now that I am, I'm like, should I just do open panel? I don't know. Guys, help me out. But we'll do this stuff first, and I'll see how I feel. Okay, so here we go. This right here.
Decide on more charges against the pair since there was the death of that unborn child. The DA, Joe Gonzalez, tells us he intends to prosecute, quote, to the fullest extent of the law. For now, the father and son remain behind bars. Bonds again raised this morning as more charges were added. They stand at $600,000 for the father and $2 million.
That's off, and I think they're about to say $2 million for the son, right? So I don't know where I could find. Number one, I want to try to find the actual hearing, the arraignment or whatever. That's usually like called an arraignment, right? Or wait, no, maybe not an arraignment. It's when they're booking him. That looks like they're booking him in, right? So I don't know where the news clip got this, but I was trying to look for the news. Like I looked at all the local news stations and went through their videos to see where this person from Twitter got this clip of the news because I want to see the whole thing. It cuts off. Does anybody know where it's at? If you could find it, let me know because I've been looking. So we have that, and then yeah, let's watch the press conference. I did gather a few other things, and then we'll see if I get any interesting emails, and we'll go from there. How many of you saw the press conference earlier? Put a 1 if you saw it and a 2 if you didn't. I always like to know. You know me. All right, so I'm gonna play it. Like I said, I have a few other things, but how many would anybody will want to come up on panel if I open it up for a little bit? I probably won't do it for too long because I got my Zeekster today. But here's the press conference from earlier because I want to chat about some of the stuff that was said.
Thanks for thanks for showing up. Obviously, come on up here, guys. I've asked District Attorney Joe Gonzalez to be here today and make a few comments at the end of this briefing, and we'll make this short and sweet. I have most of the information I have here. I think you've already been privy to. I do have a little bit of new information. The information I'm going to give you, I will answer questions to clarify, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about anything else simply because this is an open investigation and we still have a lot of work to do. So again, my condolences to the families of Savanah and Matthew. By now, everybody's aware of the incidents, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time rehashing facts that are already known, but I will go over them high level. So on 12/26/23, Our officers discovered 2 deceased individuals in a Kia Optima, and our homicide detectives at that point began their investigation right on that scene. Detectives learned that both victims were involved in the sale of narcotics and used their cell phones to conduct much of their business. Detectives collected the victims' phones, and with the help of the United States Secret Service, who were able to extract information that led to the development of a possible location of a suspect vehicle that was seen on the surveillance video. That occurred on Wednesday, 1/3/24. Detectives drove to that location and saw the suspect vehicle. They approached the home where the suspect vehicle was, and they knocked on the door. An individual by the name of Ramon Preciados answered the door and seemed to know why SAPD was there and cooperated with the investigation. Both Ramon and Christopher were home and brought to the SAPD homicide office for questioning. During the interviews, both suspects made enough statements to implicate them in the murder. Detectives walked warrants for their arrests. Christopher was arrested on the charge of capital murder. Ramon was arrested on the charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, 1/4, more charges were filed. Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse, altering, destroying, or concealing evidence of a human corpse. Ramon was also charged with altering, destroying, concealing evidence, human corpse. Detectives also conducted a search warrant at the home of the suspects where evidence was recovered. There is still an active investigation, and I'm not going to go into too much of the details, as I've previously said, because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of the case or make the DA's job any harder once he gets involved in it. The final piece of information I have for you is that the gun believed to be the murder weapon has been recently recovered from the suspect's home, and we'll share that with you. And Joe, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank Chief McManus for inviting me to be a part of this press conference. Before I begin, I also want to extend my condolences to the Soto and Guerra families as they are in the midst of mourning. They are in the midst of grieving for the loss of their loved ones. So I think it would be appropriate for us to give them the respect that is due them during this period. But I do want to say that as I mentioned before, arrests were made. I was confident because I knew the kind of work that happens over here. I know the kind of dedication that the San Antonio Police Department has. They would identify suspects and make arrests, and that's exactly what happened. So I want to commend Chief McManus. I want to commend the entire command staff, and I especially want to call out the lead homicide detective for doing an outstanding job. I'm sure as typical, he may have had others assist him, but I know that his team was working around the clock, and it made a difference because we always want to formulate a suspect as soon as possible. We always want to identify someone who is a perpetrator of a crime as soon as possible, and that happened here. So again, my gratitude to the entire department and specifically to the detectives that were involved in this case. As I have said recently, our job is just beginning, but we have to give SAPD time to complete their investigation. What they do when they, and the term is walking a warrant, when they present an affidavit for an arrest warrant, they only need to present probable cause to a magistrate judge, but that's only the beginning. They have the responsibility to complete the investigation, and I know that they will do that. They will do an outstanding job as they've done so far. So let's give them the time to do what they need to do. We have 90 days to indict these cases, and so I am sure that they're going to get a prosecution guide, which is the term that we use for a complete file. I'm sure that they will get it to us in the appropriate time and before that 90-day timeline. Again, I want to commend everyone involved in the San Antonio Police Department for doing an outstanding job in identifying suspects and making arrests. Let's let the detectives complete their job. Let's let them file the cases in our office, and then we'll make the charging decisions, and we'll go from there. And again, I can't overestimate this. In order to bring justice to the memory of these two victims, and in order to bring justice to the survivors and the family members, it's going to be a long road, but we have to take things one step at a time. So let's do that. Let's let SAPD do their job, and then we'll need some time to review the facts and make those charging decisions. And once a case is indicted, then we'll go to the next step. And I'm sure I will have questions about this. So let me get this out there right now. There have been questions about whether or not this will be something that we will seek the death penalty on. It's too early to tell. I don't know whether or not this is something that we will make that decision. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As in every other case where we have a defendant who is death penalty eligible, we have a capital crimes committee that will meet, that will we will hear a presentation from the lead prosecutor in the court where this case ends up, and then we will discuss the facts that go into making a decision to seek the death penalty. But again, it is too early to tell. We don't want to put the cart before the horse. Let's wait till we get an entire case filed in our office. And once that happens, I anticipate that we will have indictments returned, but we have to wait and let a grand jury make that decision. But after that, then we will take it to the next level and make whatever decisions that we need to. Thank you very much.
I'll take a few questions.
And for the gun that was recovered at the suspect's home, have you guys done any tests, run ballistics on the gun to see if there's been any other connection to crimes?
I will just say that we believe it's the gun that was used in the murder. As far as the testing and the ballistic results go, I'm not sure what they have yet.
Chief, can you help clear something up on the surveillance video? We've had a lot of people reach out. It appears as if someone tosses the towel to Ramon Preciados before he wipes down the door on the sedan. Is that how it played out? What can you tell us about that small part of the scene?
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off at the apartment.
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it is possible.
If someone was there, if there was a second person in that truck, could they be charged with the same altering of a corpse or, essentially moving the bodies? Is that how the charge works?
They could be, but I mean, that's something that would be determined once the level of that person's involvement is understood, if that is the case at all.
We saw videos of police activity in the house of the Preciados where you take the mom. Are you questioning her?
I'm going to leave that question unanswered. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, can you go over the charges one more time on each one of them since they're updated now?
Sure. So the additional charges that were filed were for Ramon. Christopher was arrested on a capital murder charge. Ramon was arrested on a charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse. And he and Ramon were charged with altering, destroying, or concealing evidence.
As far as the capital murder charges, would it be 1, 2, or 3? Do you know about how many charges that Christopher would face?
It involves all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and any further questions you have, you might want to just refer to the affidavit, arrest affidavit. Okay.
Joe, fiscal, ¿en español nos puede dar unas palabras?
Claro que sí. Pues estamos aquí para hablar con respecto del caso.
I'm going to skip this because does anybody speak Spanish in here that needs to hear the Spanish version? Because I don't.
Esos
And
under
he's just gonna.
whatever,
Well, actually, hold on.
yendo la decisión, si vamos a pedir.
Is that no? Maybe I should play it, huh? I'm sorry. There are people that probably speak Spanish. But my point is there anybody that only speaks Spanish in here that would need to hear the Spanish? I'll just play it. Sorry.
Presentar los hechos del caso ante un gran jurado y si podemos obtener el indictment o sea la acusación formal, entonces vamos a hacer decisiones de ahí en adelante, incluyendo la decisión si vamos a pedir la pena de muerte, pero vamos a tener que seguir con mucho cuidado, ¿verdad? Y vamos a empezar con ese paso y luego vamos a hacer las decisiones.
In English, in reference to your office released a statement regarding the fact that under Texas law, an unborn child is considered a person when it comes to the capital murder. Can you just reiterate that on camera?
Sure. Clearly, we have enough to charge Christopher with Preciado with capital murder because we have 2 adult victims. But under Texas law, when an unborn child, and it's under whatever period of gestation, is that unborn child is considered a person under Texas law for purposes of including an unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. We have every intention, of course, Chief Mann's actually, the sergeant made a comment that they intend to file 3 charges listing 3 victims. We have every intention of including the unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. But again, we'll have to wait and see when the case is filed. But that's correct. We can charge someone with additional count. While you're asking the question, let me clarify because it's already been asked. Why the father, Ramon Preciado, is not charged with capital murder. Someone can be charged with murder if that person is directly responsible because that person either intentionally or knowingly caused the death of the individual, or that person can be charged as a party to a murder. But under Texas law, the only way that someone can be charged as a party is that person has to aid, assist, encourage, or abet the commission of the offense intended. As far as we know, there is no evidence to indicate that the father was involved in the murder. Now, that may change as this case develops. The detective is going to continue his investigation. If there's at some point some evidence that the father was in fact involved in the murder, then that can change. But I know there is a common conception that when someone is an accessory, in fact, that we can charge him, but he has to be more than an accessory. In fact, under Texas law, we have to be able to prove that he was a party to the offense. So again, for now, the only one that's being charged with capital murder is Christopher Preciado.
Thank you all.
Okay, so I mean the fact that he's like, oh, just if you have any more questions, just refer to the affidavit. It's like, no, we all read the affidavit. These are the questions we have because of the affidavit. You know what I'm saying? We all read it, and now they have more questions because it's not that clear. I mean, they only give so much. So it's like, obviously the affidavit isn't answering the questions that they want to ask. That's why they want to ask questions. But I think he's seen a lot in his day. I mean, he's freaking, look at that city. Now that I didn't realize it was that bad around there. Now that we see like how many shootings and how common it is, and it's like he's probably seen so much in his work life and his service or whatever that he probably is. I mean, it's probably rightfully so that he's a grump. You know what I'm saying? He's probably just like seen so much crap. So I'm not trying to blame him, but maybe it is time to retire, Okay, so we have that. Let me play. I have a couple more videos. And then I went a couple screenshots. There's a screenshot. So Jen, can you explain how do we know that's Christopher, by the way? There's okay, I'm gonna, after I play a couple the other videos I wanted to play, I'm gonna play there's these screenshots that it's supposedly Christopher talking to Matt. What am I missing? How do we know that's Christopher? Talking to him, or talking about Matt, I should say. I'm still trying to figure that out. Actually, I'm gonna wait to do. I'm gonna do the screenshots first, because that other one kind of just says a lot of the same stuff. All right, hold on, guys. Exit, exit, exit. All right, so let me share. I'll share it. We'll look over it for sure. I don't know why I just missed how we knew that was Matt, or that we knew that was Christopher. Definitely worth looking at though, because if it is, I mean, it's all right. So here's some of the screenshots I've gathered from today. Like I said, I haven't even been doing it too much because I was in Anthony's birthday live that I wanted to be in. So I just so it says, so somebody asked Rivera. Remember, Rivera is the sister-in-law, Savannah's sister-in-law. It says, Cass, the brothers are live saying a video is showing them getting into someone else's car. Does anyone have that description or plate number? And Rivera says, no. What does OUD mean? I don't know. Has that the Cadillac, the neighbor said those cars they seen go by and nobody picked them up. They were driving a few days ago in it. We're just asking all descriptions of cars. They're twisting things up. So they're saying that nobody saw him get into Cadillac that day, but they did see him a couple days ago, and it's just like they're trying to give descriptions of cars they may have been with. So I guess the brothers are kind of mixing it up. And she says, oh, okay, just wanted you to know what they said was on their video. The odds of contamination of a possible crime scene is beyond grand, and any potential evidence will not hold up in this case. Do not do this without a proper legal route. Okay, I don't know. Oh, I thought this was... So they said, we're burying her with her baby in her arms, Corona said. It's a human. We're not laying her to rest with a baby in her stomach. It was a full-term baby. The baby will be in her arms. Yes, well, I'm going to talk about that, Remy. I have a screenshot of that, yes. Thank you. I'm going to see what you guys... Oh, it's right here. So the next screenshot, how crazy. So it says, so many people are accusing mom of helping or knowing what they did wrong. From my understanding, dad has a girlfriend and mom hasn't lived there in over a year. Here's a screenshot to prove it. I have covered mom's address because crazies could still target her. So it has current address, which is that, but that, or something different, and then the past address. So they're saying that the mom doesn't even live there. It's not even with her anymore. It's his girlfriend. He lives with his girlfriend, I guess, is what is going on. So, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna do a background search after this and see what I missed on the current addresses with her. And if you see, there's two cameras on his house. There's one here, and then there's one that looks like it's over there, which is kind of interesting because, you know, of course, I'm sure they got rid of those videos. But if it's on like some kind of iCloud, I don't know. There's different cameras that load to different things, you know. So, I mean, there potentially could be a video of it, but I'm sure they had, 5 days to get rid of all evidence. So they probably did try to get rid of everything nice and good. So this, you guys don't go passing this as facts. I did this because it's probably ridiculous. I don't know. I just want to know what you guys would think. It's silly, I think, but it's just sometimes it's interesting to see what's going on, what people are saying. So this says the son and father will be released possibly tomorrow. There was a phone recording that was done in the vehicle at the time of the incident that shows the long-haired boy was being robbed by Matt and Savanah. The video will be released to the public soon to clear the names. SAPD has possession of the video. And even if that was true, they're not going to release them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be released tomorrow. They still have to investigate, and there's still a murder, and I don't believe that. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. And then people are like, they're not cleared of anything yet. That's not how it works. Why would they rob him when Matthew clearly was doing his thing and having motion already? I guess the possible thing is maybe Christopher owed him money or something. They were trying to get the money back from him or something. I could see that, you know. I mean, it could be a possible solution. I'm not saying I believe this person, but I'm saying that could also be a solution. And this, I don't know. This was just a random thing, and I think they're talking about Matt. Saying, oh no, this is Matt. I don't know. Is this Matt? Because this was going on in groups, but I was trying to figure out why. I don't know if they're trying to say this is Matt right here. Is who that? The one left in the mug shot. Oh no, they're talking about, I don't know. That's not even, I don't even know why I screenshot that. We'll read that later. Hold on. I want to go to this one. So this one, this is the one that is supposedly, they're saying it's Christopher talking about Matt. Anybody know how they're getting that? It says, has that Flacco guy hit you up for some reason? He unfollowed me and hasn't hit me back. Flacco is Matt. He's Flacco in Telegram. And that's when you could see where he publicizes all of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where I think it's his main little platform for selling. He used it to like get people in to sell stuff. And so he was, that was his name, Flacco. And somebody says, who send the account? It's weird. He's always about his money. He always responds quick ASF. Yeah, I don't think this is Christopher. I think this is just somebody talking about it, right? Yeah, someone posted it on Reddit. But wait, Jen, why do you think this is Christopher talking though? I'm confused about that. Is it just because Reddit's saying it's Christopher? Either way, I wanted to show it because they are talking about Matt. So it says, it's weird. He's always about the money. He always responds quick ASF. And somebody says, he died, bro. You ain't hear about it? And the person says, WTF? No, I ain't hear about that. I hate to ask, but do you know? And he says, nah, I ain't know how, bro. And then they sent a video and a photo. Oh, okay, Dina. Cool. So yeah, I don't know. I think Reddit's saying it's Christopher. I don't know. I don't think there's any proof that that's Christopher. It doesn't even seem like that would be him talking, but they are talking about Matt. So, here's their mug shots, like official after they took him in. Here's just the stuff. We looked over it yesterday, but yeah, his is 6,000 and or 600,000. Sorry, and Christopher's is 2 million. It looks like. So this one's Raymond's. That's 100,000, and then this is Gloria. So this is Savannah's mom says, oh, hold on, there's one before that. Waking up this morning knowing these MFs are locked up gives me comfort, but knowing I'll never get a text from her or I love you, mom, kills me. I miss my mini me so much. We had a beautiful relationship. She kept me together when missing my Ethan. She would text me a pic of her crying, telling me she misses him. You always will be with us, mija. Tell my Ethan mommy loves him and my baby Fabian to the moon and back. And then it says, losing a child hurts because I've been there, but to lose two, I can't imagine your pain. And she says, Rivera says, love you, mom. Gloria says, love y'all more, and mija. And then I just have a couple videos, and then I might put out the link if anybody wants to join in chat. You got anybody that's interested? Let me just play two more little quick TikToks so one is that neighbor. He's been filming and he's like dang it. I didn't mean to unshare that. He's been filming across the street because he lives right across the street. So So I don't understand what this truck, because this is after, I guess is it them moving the truck out? It looks like, right? Oh wait, hold on. I should put the audio on that. Yeah, he's not saying anything. All right, let me do. Link up if anybody wants to join. 1 second, guys. Is anybody interested? Yeah, so it looks like this is. Oh, this is because this is before they wrote it on the car. Look, it's not written on the car, the baby killer, and so this is when they're backing out the truck. It's probably the day they arrested him or got the warrant for the truck. They're taking pictures of the truck. Look, you could see. Yep. Wow. Yep, Andrew, you're right.
They're taking pictures of his truck. I don't know what happened, but they're taking pictures of his truck. There's a crime police there, you see it. I don't know. Maybe
I just sent the link if anyone wants to chat for a while. But I probably do not want to be on too long, maybe an hour. We could do a little open panel for an hour. So if a lot of people come up, then we will have to kind of like take turns. So we'll have to rotate. If not, then it won't be a big deal. But yeah, I want to be done by like 7. Because I want to spend time with Zeke, and then maybe I'll be able to research while I'm spending time with Zekester. So we have that, and then we have this one. This person says that this was the truck they used, Justice for Savanah, Matthew and Fabian. So I don't know, is this like in the back of the plea, like the impound or something? I'm not sure. Oh, wait, I have a couple. Hold on, I have another article. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I do have a couple more things. Hold on a second. Oh, so this is okay. This was the actual post on Reddit. So they're trying to say that that's him. Look, they're trying to say that was Christopher because it says the N word, try to act like he ain't know what the F RIP, but it goes to show you ain't got to be all that to do some wild. So, I mean, maybe it was. I don't know, you guys. I mean, I guess it could. I just want some proof that that's really him talking. But maybe what happened was the person that was talking to him posted it and said, look, I was talking to him. He acted like he didn't know. And then that's how people know it was him. But I mean, unless if, people just, it just got started as a rumor that it was him. Who knows? Okay, so I do have a couple of articles. So are you guys sure? Because I found this article that really goes into what happened last Christmas with Matthew and Savanah. You guys, I mean, you don't think it would be... I just know. I mean, I'm the type that wants to know all the details. And, if that's what happened, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong, knowing that. But I know there's going to be people, about being a victim. But let me share this article first, and then we'll talk about that. So it says it feels one step closer to justice after arrest made in capital murder case. So this says, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I was already getting anxious. What if we don't get any arrests for these murders? At least that part I can start getting closure on that part. We can hold someone responsible, is what Matthew's father said. I put the link in the chat, guys, if anybody wants to come up. They're grateful that the arrests have been made. So yeah, I want to talk about the gun. I want to talk about the towel guy. I want to talk about her selling drugs too. They said they both were selling, so that's kind of interesting. And the reason here, let me read these other quotes. But I want to read what one of the her brother says about Savanah and drugs. Anyway, it says, I may never get some of the answers that I want, even after the affidavit. I don't know exactly what happened, whether it was inside, outside, said Gabriel. And then the arrest report said the killings happened during a drug deal. Like I tell everyone, he wasn't perfect. He made mistakes. I'm just upset that he never got the opportunity to turn his life around, said Gabriel. And then Gabriel said he talked to Matthew several times trying to influence him to make better choices. Says there are certain situations you don't want to put yourself in that could jeopardize you not being there for your family, because a dad, you have to be there every single day. And then although Gabriel and Raquel admitted that Matthew and Savanah put themselves in the situation that led to their death, they want Christopher to face the harshest consequences possible. Says, in my opinion, a life for a life. He didn't even give my grandchild a chance to live, and I feel he deserves what he did to them, said Raquel. And then Gabriel said he also wants a harsh punishment for Christopher's father, Ramon, who is accused of helping hide the bodies and get rid of evidence. Says, I was always there for Matthew, but one thing I never did was I never bailed him out. You know, I always told him there's consequences, said Gabriel. And then the Guerra family said they will push for a third capital murder charge since the young couple's unborn son, Fabian, is also a victim. And it says, absolutely, most definitely. I'm not sure why that hasn't happened already, said Gabriel. So those are some quotes. Okay, so here is the article that goes into some details, but there are some other stuff I for sure want to read. So here we go. So this says, the family of a pregnant Texas woman killed in what investigators believe was a narcotics deal that went bad insisted Thursday she didn't use drugs and was unduly influenced by the man killed alongside her. So her family's still, saying, nope, she didn't use drugs. Hold on, let me pin that comment real quick, guys. So if anybody wants to join, it'll be pinned. Because I want to chat about, like, the stuff, the press conference stuff. So here is... Okay. Why won't it let me pin it? Dude, that's so weird. The 3 dots aren't coming up for that. It's not going to let me pin the comment. What is going on? Well, it's not giving me an option. I'll just keep sharing it. You guys tell people what that is. It's not giving me the 3 dots for the comment. And I don't know why. I've never had that happen before. Huh. Weird. Very weird. I'll just periodically post it. And if anybody in chat says, hey, I want to come up, then let me know. All right, so I want to read this article, though. So a trigger warning, possibly, for some it could. So on one of the parts. But so it says San Antonio police arrested 2 men in connection with the slayings of Savanah, 18, and Matthew, 22, who were found shot to death inside a car just after Christmas. Christopher, 19, was charged with capital murder, while his father, 53, was charged with abuse of a corpse. Police allege he helped move the bodies. It appears to be a narcotics-related deal that went bad. Police Sergeant Washington told reporters early Thursday. Soto was pregnant and due to be induced just before she disappeared. Didn't do drugs and was even sensitive to secondhand tobacco smoke, her brother Jordan Corona told NBC News. Corona said he has no knowledge of Guerra's dabbling in narcotics, but worried about his sister's relationship with her abusive boyfriend. My sister was a little sweetheart. She didn't even like being near smoke, Corona said. I guess it was just one of those wrong place, wrong time situations. She doesn't get around that type of stuff. Of course, her boyfriend was that way. Of course, her boyfriend was the way he was. But as far as her involvement with drugs, no. But I mean, police, they probably found it on her phone. So here's the thing. Sometimes your family members don't know everything you do. You know what I'm saying? So she could be doing things that she's not sharing with her family. I don't share everything with my family. They don't know everything I've done. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes your family members don't know. Oh, hi, Mom. Speaking of that, my mom's she's bringing me dinner. Thanks, Mom. Wow, that looks good. No, he's not up there. She made me a sandwich. Anyway, will you shut the door? Perfect timing. That was funny. Anyway, so let's read the rest of this. All right, so here we go. Guerra was arrested on Christmas Day in 2022 for beating Soto. A doorbell camera captured Guerra kicking Soto in the face after he screamed at her, F you, B word. You betrayed me, according to a San Antonio police report shared with NBC News. Guerra then began to punch Soto in the face with a closed fist 4 times on the left side of her face, the report said. Soto told detectives that Guerra later stood over her and kicked her in the face multiple times, it said. It was an abusive relationship. We didn't approve of it, Corona said of his sister and her boyfriend. We tried to tell her, that's not what you need. Of course, at that age, you feel like you know everything. Love is powerful at that age. We couldn't separate them. Guerra was placed on probation after he pleaded no contest to assault causing bodily injury on a domestic partner, court record showed. Guerra's defense attorney, Christopher Castro, said the couple were together as soon as they could be again. I met Savanah and she seemed nice, he said. Castro also said he has no knowledge of his former clients having issues with drugs. The couple seemed to be on good terms despite the disturbing elements of the Christmas Day 2022 incident. I can tell you every time I called Matthew, Savanah was with him, Castro said. Soto and Guerra were found December 26 in a Kia Optima belonging to Guerra. The alleged murders took place 5 days early, just before midnight on December 21st. Yeah, so this is just going over the specifics that we know. It does keep saying a shell casing, but no gun. So was there only one shell casing? But you know what? The other one, maybe it fell out when he took Matthew's body out, so put it in the back. I mean, could it have been on him or something, and then it fell out of the car? The other one, because we know there was at least 2 shots, right? So couldn't the other one have just fell out of the car into the driveway, and then they picked it up? And then it says authorities. Wait, hold on. The 2 separated. Oh. The security camera video police released after the bodies were discovered showed a heavyset man driving a dark Chevy and another driving Guerra's Kia. The 2 appeared to speak to each other out of the vehicles before driving away in separate directions. Authorities suspect the victims were dead in the Optima when the video was taken, the affidavit said. Police spoke with families of Soto and Guerra right after their bodies were found. The affidavit said investigators learned Guerra sold drugs and would post money and drugs on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot before. So that's the affidavit said. What's up, Casey? Hey, Sharon. I'm going to come in chat here in a minute and chat with you guys. Christina, what's up? I wonder if it's possible Matthew went alone for the deal and Christopher unalived him and then went to the apartment to get the rest of the money and goods and took Savanah. No, the reason I don't think so, because I feel like Savanah was shot right in the spot she was found, because they didn't say anything about drag marks, and they did say that about Matthew. But anything's possible, because they don't know. I mean, they could have missed that. Things don't always show up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they did, and there wasn't no drag marks. But I don't know why I don't think that is how that happened. But who knows? Anybody else? Comments on that? On what Christina said? Yeah, so it stated that people wanted to rob him and he had been shot at before. Police connected the suspect Silverado seen on the security video to Ramon Preciados, who admitted driving his truck near where the Optima was found and said he was seen on the security video, the affidavit said. The elder Preciados also said he met his son, Christopher, who was driving Guerra's Optima at the apartment complex where it was later found. Christopher told police Guerra and Soto drove to his house a few blocks from where the Optima was discovered to sell marijuana. Preciados' statements then were inconsistent with evidence found at the crime scene. Christopher claimed the male victim pointed a weapon at him and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot, according to the affidavit. Christopher then stated that the weapon pointed at him again and manipulated the weapon again resulted in the male victim being shot. What is he, some like, who's like one of like a famous like so, you know, like very slick and was able to like fight people off, that he was able to freaking do it twice, get the gun away and shoot him. He was able to do it twice. I'm not buying that. Oh, Big Al. Hold on 1 second. He had hired or signed it. Okay. Wait, it wasn't immediately clear Thursday afternoon whether Christopher and Raymond had hired or been assigned attorneys. Soto's cell phone played a pivotal role in the leading the police to the suspect's truck, officials said. Soto was slain 19 months after the 15-year-old brother, Ethan, was gunned down in what has been described as a dispute over money. So 19 months after. So like about a year and a half in a month. So around a year and a half after. Okay. Wait, let me read that. Hold on, let me see. It says, it gives us a little peace knowing my sister's little family that the person who killed them is going toward justice, said her brother, Corona 30, a warehouse supervisor. Nothing will fill the emptiness of not having her and my nephew around. It's too early for prosecutors to decide whether to charge Christopher with the death of Soto's unborn child, who is to be named Fabian. Under Texas law, an unborn child is included in the definition of a person. Therefore, Christopher can be charged with an additional count of capital murder for the death of baby Fabian. The district attorney's office will await the filing of the complete case investigation in order to thoroughly review the facts and make the appropriate charging decisions. Soto's family hopes charges in the death of Soto's unborn child will come soon. We're burying her with her baby in her arms, Corona said. It's a human. We're not laying her to rest with the baby in her stomach. It was a full-term baby. And the baby will be in her arms. Okay. Big Al. Let me take this down. And is there any way you could just like show me your face real quick? Since there's a lot of crazy people that like to mess with me. You know what? I guess I could, hold on. Let me see if there's a way I could add and not have. I know there's a way, but I have to practice and see what, because I don't want to accidentally. There's a way to add him and then just not put the face for a minute. Hold on. If you don't, I mean, do you want to show me your face real quick? I hate doing this, I know, because I'm not very good at like making like requesting, making people show me your face. You guys, if you want to join, here's the link. I just sent it again. And when you have to show me your face, it's just backstage. Nobody will see it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have. You could just do audio, but just to show me. Picture in picture. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I could add him and just keep me up there, but I don't. I have to test it out, and I don't want to. Wait, hold on. See, you could test it out here. Yeah, I guess I can. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. If I go like that. Okay. And hurry up and do. Okay. Al?
It's me.
Okay.
I swear.
I know, I believe, but I know people could like copy people's profiles. Amanda S. Vita, people used to do that to Amanda S. Vita. They used to put her picture, she got it done twice. They pretended to be her. They came on me and I was like, Amanda, yay. And I added her and then he pulled down his pants. And they did it on another one too. So,
I always check their page from the chat just to see, because that can't be faked.
Yeah, but you don't know who's coming in though. So like the person.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the person could use. They use the same profile picture as what Amanda was using on her profile. So you think it's her.
I put it in back chat where we met and how we met. So nobody in here knows that.
Okay, there we go.
So I was like, yeah, check the back chat. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's been
I'm doing all right,
forever.
Just running the bar and doing my thing. But I do have theories about this.
Yes, let me hear them.
Here's what I think. He died in the driver's seat. She died in the passenger seat. Suspect was in the rear passenger seat. With his right hand, he reached forward, got her, and in a quick motion, got him. His pants were down because he wears his pants like every other gangster kid does. And when he had to pull him out of the car so he could move the car, his pants came down. Think about dead weight, moving that much dead weight, trying to get him out of the driver's seat, around the door and into the back seat. Probably got his pants all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Then he called Daddy and said, I don't know what to do. And Daddy came to help.
I think you are correct. For sure. That's how I think it happened.
The way they came out in the beginning is they said she was behind the right ear and so was he.
Mm-hmm.
He had stippling. They didn't mention stippling on her.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if that still stands, but I heard it at the beginning. They said that he had stippling. She did not.
Okay.
So to me, the only way to make that motion for it to be behind her right ear and his right ear without having to slide all the way across the seat to get to her, he would have to start with her and then go to him.
Yeah.
And it would have to be with his right hand. He couldn't do it left-handed. It couldn't happen left-handed. Impossible.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. He'd have to be right-handed.
I agree. Before they even arrested him, I was like, I always thought that the person got in the passenger backside because that you would be able to get both. But I was thinking, well, we were still contemplating if Matt was in the back seat with him too. But no, now that we know that he was dragged, yes, I think 100%.
Well, let's take it one step further. Where's the ping? The ping is they looked for directions to this kid's house. Well, if they followed Google Maps directions, it would have put the passenger door facing the front of the house. So he would have ran out of the house, jumped in the rear passenger door.
I see.
They would have drove away to wherever. We still don't know where the crime scene was. We don't know where they were actually shot. We know where they were found, but we don't know where it actually happened.
I think it was at his house. I think they just chopped in to give him. He killed him right there.
It could have been. It could have happened right in front of the house, but I don't know.
Bag out. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have them, Pamela, and of course it's whatever. Can you just show me your guys' face real quick, and I could add you, and then we could chat. Okay, and then Pamela. But no, Big Al, I think you're right. Hey, of course it's done.
It's of course it's dope. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. What's up with y'all though? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I just want to say, man, RIP to you know what I'm saying, young Savanah, Soto, you know what I'm saying, and Matthew Guerra and Baby Fabian. I'm gonna start off with that first. But yeah, not to get at you, my guy. What's it, Big Al?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. I'm just I'm here in the city, man. I'm here, man, and yeah, the city of San Antonio really been going through it right now. You know, it's done turned pretty violent. You know what I'm saying, in the city in the past couple years. So, I mean, I'm not gonna bash your theory or nothing. You know what I'm saying, like that or anything like that. But yeah, it's just like it's unfortunate that the whole situation happened. You know, and as far as like them being shot in the car and this and that, like, the investigators and the detectives, they doing their job, and they saying, it happened somewhere else. So I'm just gonna I would just recommend that for everybody to kind of kick back on the theories, and I know people got their opinions like me. I appreciate you, Zav, for having me up here. But yeah, I'm just
But wait, what do you mean? You said I think they meant just the location, not necessarily in the car, but they meant that
like
it didn't happen in the apartment complex parking lot. That's how I took it.
Yeah, but the police here, they stated that it didn't happen in the car. The crime, the murder.
I haven't heard them say that at any point in time.
No.
Yeah. Y'all might not have, because I'm here in the city though. So our local news is much different than, everybody else's, broadcast or they news or everything like that. So I appreciate, the time. I appreciate you bringing me up, but yeah, for sure, man. I want to yeah, just want to say that RIP, you know what I'm saying, young Savanah Soto, young Matthew Guerra, and baby Fabian. I appreciate
Good.
you, Zav, though, for having me up here,
Oh,
though.
thanks. Can I ask you? So, what do you think? Where do you think it did happen? Do you think he went into the house, or what are you
No, no,
thinking?
no. I just believe, you know what I'm saying, the detectives, you know, they on the trail of that. I believe it happened somewhere, you know, somewhere outside of the home, or, you know, somewhere that
Okay.
is not disclosed. They went into the house, the police been to, you know, the resident or the suspects, you know what I'm saying? So they stating what happened. They may have found you know what I'm saying, a weapon. So I just don't think it happened there. You know, wherever it did happen, I do hope the detectives find out where it happened at, because, you know, it gives some of the family, you know, a bit more reasoning, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still just unthinkable to think, like, you know, how that happened, you know what I'm saying? Until it happened to like somebody close to or your family member or something like that. So it's just a traumatic situation, you know what I'm saying? That mother already lost her son, you know, a year ago, you know what I'm saying? So like this city been going through it. This city down here been really going through it. So I'm just gonna pray for the family, continue to pray for the family. Hopefully the detectives find out where, you know, where it did happen at. But I appreciate the, you know, the dialogue. I appreciate y'all coming on here doing this, you know, having a platform to do it. So, you know, it's cool, man. It's interesting to have, you know, hear people's opinion and just, you know what I'm saying, be able to have a voice and just, you know, speak up about certain things. So
And
I appreciate you again, Zeb.
dialogue's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
I appreciate y'all for having
Thanks
me
for
up
coming
here
up.
though, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up. I'm glad you did.
Y'all
You're
have a good one
local,
though.
so yeah. You
Take
too.
care, man.
All
You
right, you
too.
too.
Thanks for coming up. Hey, Jai, is that how you say it?
I lost the connection to the mic. Oh, there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
How are
Sorry.
you?
Good. It's Jay.
Oh, sorry,
It's
Jay.
okay. It's
Okay,
Jay.
Jay. What's
It's
up?
Jay.
How are
Yeah, I'm here.
you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for bringing me up. I'm hearing all these theories, and um, we were talking about it last night. And all the are we still talking about the theory on whether we think it was self defense or
Yeah, we could talk about whatever. I mean, what do you think could be self
I
defense?
definitely don't think it was self
I
Me
don't
defense.
neither.
either.
I mean, personally, I think that the guy called him up to re up and then didn't either to re up from him. I actually think he was supposed to re up with the guy, and the guy went there. They went to rob him. Something happened between them, obviously, but I don't think that it was self defense. They were. Why would a pregnant woman that was about to be induced? I don't think they were going to do anything. I think it was a setup.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
honestly.
I truly believe. I respect, you know, the last person's opinion, but to
Yeah.
have those kind of injuries, you have to be behind someone, and to have two
Yeah.
people with those kind of
Yeah.
injuries, it
Yeah.
makes sense that it happened from the back seat of a car.
Yeah.
I think he said, "Hey, hop on in," because I mean, you know, I've seen deals done before, and they got tinted windows. They do it all the time. They said, "Hop on in, let's do it," and then the guy hopped in, and you know, execution style. So I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
said
it
the one
was.
was contact. He said in the press conference it was
Yeah,
contact, so
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
right to his
contact.
freaking
that
head.
that means it's
Man.
execution style. They didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
chance. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I honestly, they said they found drag marks on him, which means the guy could have hopped in the back, like, "Hey, hop in the back, let's do the deal," and then execution style, and then he drug him in the back and shot the girl in the
Yes.
front.
Well,
Yes.
I think what happened was he had to move the car, so he
Well,
had
he
to
That's
get the
why he
did,
drive.
driver.
Yeah.
He had to
he
get the
That's why
driver
he.
did,
out of the seat,
Yeah.
and
but
that's when the pants came down. I think they were both in
you
the
think
front seat, deceased when the
That's
driver
you
was
yeah.
think,
moved.
but what about the girl? What about the girl? You don't think the girl was in the front
I
seat?
think he jumped in the passenger side rear seat,
Yeah. Okay.
and she was shot first, and he was shot second. Then he got out of the car
Yeah.
or slid across and threw the
Be-
car seat into the front and got him out of the driver's seat to move the car for wherever they were, wherever
oh,
this
I
happened.
thought the girl
She had
was
to move
found
the
in the
car.
front.
She
She
was
I
found
thought
in
the
was.
the
girl
front.
was. Oh, so you're
Jay,
saying
I
he
think
drug her from the back
No, no, no.
no.
I'm
Jay, I
saying
think
to
you
the
I
front.
think Jay was saying the same thing, Big Al. I think you misunderstood. I think you were saying the same thing as him. I think
Okay.
you guys are agreeing, to be
Okay.
honest. Brienne, I'm gonna add you. Yeah, I think
Hi, how are you
hey,
guys today?
good.
So it might
But
might be a little loud in the backstory. Sorry,
oh, it's
in the background.
okay. You know what? Hold on. Let me add Moet too. I'll just add everybody up now, and then we can all chat. Is that you think that's a bad idea or?
No.
I'm good with it.
So
I know how the mute button works.
really quick before you
Okay.
go in, then
Hey,
I can
Moet.
mute for my background noise.
Okay.
Here's what I think.
Hey
I
guys,
think
go ahead.
that they knew they were going to do this deal, and I think she maybe had questions from the beginning. Because if you remember, the cop said that his last ping was at that first address that you Googled, Zab. Like, you're like, okay, how far is it from where they found the house or whatever, right? So I think it happened. I think wherever his phone is probably where the accident or the incident happened. That's probably where his phone is, but they probably turned it off or broke it or smashed it, so they can't figure it out. I think she hid her phone in the car because I think she thought that something may happen, and maybe if she hid her phone, they could find them, and maybe she could take care of the baby. Because if his phone was with him at one point in time, that's where they know the first ping was or whatever. Why did they not get rid of her phone? I think she hid it. And I think he called his dad, told his dad the setup was like whatever he told him the police report. Dad felt bad for him. He's like, oh shit, stuff, you've been in this situation, let me come help you. Because if you read the arrest warrant and the arrest affidavit, Dad's like, I think you're here to talk to him. Dad immediately started throwing him under the bus. Yes, that's me in the video. Yes, that's what I did. If Dad was involved or anything like that, he wouldn't have just been like, yep, here you go. So I think he told Dad that he got set up, and then Dad realized it wasn't what it was, and he's like, nope, I'm out. And he's backing out of it and saying, hey, you take care of this, but I didn't do that.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. So you think that one house that everybody said the last ping, is that what you're saying? Like around that area? Okay.
Yeah. So you remember where when you triangulated it to begin with, there was that first address, and then it was where his house was, and then it's where they found the bodies.
Yeah.
I think wherever the first address was, that was where his last known ping was. So I think they took them from there to wherever. I don't think it happened at the house. I think wherever they did, I think his phone's probably broken or smashed or whatever. And I think it's wherever that incident happened. I think that's where his phone is.
Okay. I hope they give more information about what was up with his phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where was his phone at? Like, is it missing or?
They said it was with him at one point in time because that's how they had that first address. So I think they broke it, and I think that San Antonio PD, to all props to the gentleman that was just on earlier, I think that they are using this marketing or this media to their advantage. They said, oh, her phone wasn't with them. They knew how long they had her phone. They wanted these people not to think that they had her phone because she hid it, and they were using it to get all this information already. I think that they have a lot more information tucked up underneath their collar that they're not going to tell us because they want to get these people.
Oh, Moet has a Moet, say what you put in the back chat. So she has, no, you're fine, Brianna. She just says, she commented something about the phone. Where did you hear that, Moet?
I saw it from different videos that people posted up, as well as I think there's an article, or I'm not sure if it was an article or something that the mom had mentioned that her son's phone was disconnected a day before due to non-payment. But I
saw the disconnected thing. You're right. I have a screenshot where but I didn't know where that came from. Is that like legit? You think that's true?
I'm not sure if it's legit, but I know I heard it came from the mom. But I was gonna tell you, I also seen on like a bunch of videos that were circulating around on Facebook that supposedly that same day that they were reporting missing, the dad had came home. Matthew's dad went to his apartment and broke down the house, the door, took all his stuff, his product, his money and weapons and stuff. So like my question is, what was Christopher gonna take from him if like all his stuff was at home and stuff? You know, it doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, I mean maybe just the money he had on him and his jewelry and stuff.
Well,
I mean,
wasn't he saying he was gonna re-up?
Yeah, that
So
day. He was
if he's
supposed to
gonna
re-up that day.
if he's gonna re-up, that means he's like close to out or out. So all he's got is money.
But he might have already got it that day earlier.
He might have already got it, yeah.
Because that was late when that happened. So he might have because that was almost midnight the next day. So he would have, or wait, no, you're right. Hold on a second. The 21st is when it happened. He was supposed to re-up the 22nd.
So all he had was money.
Right.
That's what I was saying. It was a total.
He was selling his scraps.
Yeah.
He was selling his scraps, whatever he had left, because he was getting ready to pick up a package.
That or it went the
Possibly.
other way. Yeah, they knew he had money, and they were like, "Oh,
Oh,
come through, come," because they didn't find drugs or money. So where'd that go? Where did any of that go?
Yeah,
They didn't.
no
They
drugs,
didn't.
no money, no
No
weapons.
drugs, no money. Yeah, they set him up. I'm just saying that's happened to me before. In Oakland, I'm here in San Jose, and we went out and we were legally growing, and we got set up, and we got carjacked. Luckily, that didn't happen to us with the getting shot, but they did pull a gun out on my wife, and they took 2 pounds of weed and kicked us out of the car in the middle of Oakland. So I
Wow.
honestly think it was a setup. I think he said either he was re-upping or the other way around, and they took the drugs and the money and just got rid of them.
He
I
was
have a
far
question
far too
for
open about his stuff on Telegram.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
did
was.
I think that maybe Christopher saw him on the Telegram app, and then that's
Oh
where
yeah, stacks of cash for
yeah.
he
sure.
contacted him through there and told him, hey, like let's meet up or something, and that's where everything started. Cause I'm not sure if they knew each other, but it seemed like maybe Christopher had contacted him because of the pictures that he had seen.
Well, I was gonna say they're gonna find out when they actually get the cell phone. When they get all the cell phone reports back, they're gonna see the text back and forth and what their connection is eventually.
Cause,
It's true. Look what
cause
DK, like, I think this is what you were saying, Jay. Like, maybe they were the connect. Who's to say that Raymond and
That's a good
Christopher
point.
weren't the connect,
That's
That's a
what
good
I'm
point,
thinking.
DK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and they
Yeah.
knew that he had cash and he was going to re-up, but they was just a setup because maybe they heard about the whole snitch thing too, and they were like, "I'm not gonna give this guy a snitch. Let's just take his money." I mean, any of that stuff, but money is a good motivator too.
Yeah, because if it wasn't his connect, he wouldn't have carried all that money
He
to
wouldn't
do a
have cared
deal. You know what I'm
exactly, and
saying?
they didn't find anything. They didn't find anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
Huh.
mean,
It's
we
interesting.
same thing. I wouldn't have had 2 pounds of marijuana on me, and I got at the time I was working for a medical company, a medical marijuana company, and it was a total setup. We parked and they
Wow.
pulled out a gun and just took all of it and threw us out of the car. So I mean,
Man, that'd be
luck.
scary.
It was, but
Wow.
they pulled a gun out. We didn't get shot, but this guy, for some odd reason, I don't know why he had to kill them, but he did.
Hey Janine, come back by the way. I meant to say you dropped off. I don't think you meant to. You should come back and chat.
I think whatever happened, wherever it happened really fast.
Yes, I do too.
I
I
think it
do
happened
because of
really
the
fast,
time
and
of
he didn't have time to react, or she didn't have time to react.
yes.
Whoever was first, the other one really didn't have time to react.
I agree. Somebody's asking you, do you make reborn dolls? I don't know, Jay. They're asking
What's
you.
that?
I don't know why they're asking. Or do oh,
It's
because
because
maybe they.
it's
Go ahead.
because I have a collection. I also do
Oh.
tattoos. I have a collection of like all the horror dolls, Chucky, and all this stuff. Yeah, that's why.
So of course it's dope. I see that Chucky. I love that. Of course it's dope saying no drugs were found in the suspect or Matthew's house. So nothing in
Yeah,
Matthew's house either. Okay.
yeah, but they might not have had any. Well, Matthew's house. Yeah, maybe he was re-upping and didn't get it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Very
telling
true.
you, I think it was a setup. I think
Well,
they
have we
didn't have
seen the
time.
results of the search warrant yet, or is that just
No.
an assumption?
Hey,
Because
Sav,
we haven't seen what was in the car yet either. There's
Nope.
been no
Or
statement
the
out
cell
there of
phone.
what was found in the car, the phone, and I understand the streets have a voice and people talk, but
Yeah.
the reality of it is until it's on paper and it's coming from the cops, it's all hearsay.
Well, they
was
say
it
there's no connection, but there had to be a connection if they were meeting up. Somebody was texting somebody.
Yeah.
So
was there confirmation that his jewelry was taken? Because there was like some rumors circulating saying that
Have not seen anything in print or heard anything in a press conference that validates that.
His what was taken though? I didn't.
His jewelry.
Oh, okay. Just his brother saying that comment. That was it. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
the hard part about this because there's so many voices that even people that are close to him
exactly
have opinions, but until it comes out in print or in a presser, it's none of it's fact.
True.
Yeah. Regardless,
even our theories and opinions. I mean, none of it's
Yeah.
they're all theories and opinions until it's in print.
correct.
Well,
Yes.
the thing is when it comes from family, people take it as a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's
They
not.
do.
They're just giving their
Absolutely.
opinions too, and they yeah, yep.
And that happens in every case.
Yeah.
I feel like the the law enforcement wouldn't even tell us like truly what happened. They try to keep like a lot of information hidden. But
True.
I just feel really sad for the family, and then I just want to say rest in peace to Matthew, Savannah, and the baby. It's really heartbreaking. This case, I'm in California, and this case was like heard all over and stuff. So it impacted people all over the world. It's pretty devastating to know that people are so senseless and can do something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's so sad. So do you guys think that they knew that Savannah was pregnant? Or that he knew, Christopher?
I think he knew once he did it. I mean, once he was right in there, but he might not have known before. Like he was already planning on doing that, but maybe he saw her stomach, but he was how to do it once he saw. I don't unless we find the connection, unless the cell phone pings come out and he was communicating. Like, he might not have known her. I think it had to do with Matthew.
Oh, Avery, can you just pop me a picture? Why did I say it like that? Can you just show me your face real quick? Okay, thank you. All right. Hey, thanks for coming up.
Hey, I see my internet husband's up here.
Oh, busted.
I had to come up
Big
here.
Al?
Heck,
Oh.
that's
God.
my main squeeze right there.
Oh, that's cute.
I
I was gonna tell you guys I was listening while I was painting, and I heard Matthew's brother say on a TikTok live that if he sees anybody wearing Matthew's jewelry, that he's gonna lay hands on them. And so I do think his jewelry was gone.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
I'm like, can y'all hear me?
I think everything is gone. I think they did take the jewelry, they took the money, they took anything that was of value.
Yeah.
Anything that was of value left the bodies. But for some reason, I think the closest that I've heard to anything was that she hid the phone, because otherwise they're just dumb criminals. Why would you have a phone pinging by where your apartment is? I mean, that's the
That
dumbest
makes
thing
sense.
ever.
That makes
Yeah.
sense about her hiding the phone. And it also, so I was wondering, what do you think the chances are that she was the driver and or she was the one making the deal, and the reason that it's a contact with Matthew is because he was right behind Matthew in the right seat, and then the reason hers is from a distance is she maybe tried to run, and that would also explain possibly why the driver window was shattered.
I didn't even know the driver's window was shattered, but that could be.
Oh, I didn't know the window was shattered either.
Yeah, we were trying to inspect the car. Remember, Zabe? You were trying to inspect everything, and we couldn't couldn't see anything.
And the only reason I was thinking like maybe it could be her deal is because I seen the video on his Telegram, and it's clearly her fingers with the long fingernails that's showing the substances.
Yeah, I believe the law enforcement retrieved her phone from, and I believe that's how they found out that it was Christopher, because I believe she was the one that was communicating with him.
I think so
Yeah, see,
too.
that's where it's all gonna come out. I think they were both doing that. Like her
Yeah.
man was dealing and she was helping. I think you're right. I mean,
Well,
it
they
could have
said
been.
it the press conference that she was dealing too, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's yeah. Also, she was the one that it sounds like it was her phone. Well, yeah, it was her phone that she put in the address. So
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm wondering is maybe if she wasn't.
So
she
he
wasn't the
probably didn't
driver.
care. He didn't care if she was pregnant. But
Yeah.
That's because in reality, no one expects someone to just come and do something like this. So I guess they probably felt really comfortable doing what they were doing, because I'm not sure how long they've been doing that, but obviously nothing had happened to them, so they were probably feeling pretty comfortable going
Yeah.
about business and stuff.
I wanted to ask you all what you, and I don't know how to say this without sounding too, I'm just curious. So when they announced Matthew's funeral and they said a public viewing, does that does public viewing also apply to open casket, or is that completely different verbiage?
I think that goes depending on the family whether they want it to be
Yeah.
open casket or not.
Yeah, some
Okay.
like some real religious families will want it open casket. The really religious ones will have it open, and then or they do it before, and the family will see it. Especially, I'm Hispanic. I'm not Mexican, but Hispanic. Like
Mm-hmm.
different cultures, different. They'll do a viewing first, and then they'll have the funeral where the casket's already closed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it
I
depends on what they
wondered.
want.
The reason I wondered is because I read today about Savanah. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but her mom said on a news thing that like this is so heartbreaking. I'm gonna try, like, I don't want to choke up saying this, but they're going to bury her with the baby in her arms.
Yeah, I just read it. I read that article.
That's
Is that not
Oh,
heart
pulled
that
it
wrenching?
up
sounds a
from
little.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
super
feel like that was
religious.
the thing to do.
And so I thought, well, maybe their wounds aren't as bad, like as what we're thinking if they're
Well,
able to.
I
Well,
think
I've
if
been
it's
to the video before, where the gentleman was shot 11 times and they still did an open casket. I'm guessing like just the person that takes care of like the makeup and dressing the person for the funeral and stuff. I think they do a really well job of
Yeah.
hiding a lot of the
do we
injuries.
does anybody know what caliber the gun was? Because if it was a 22 or like a
Yeah, I'm
9,
still waiting to hear that too.
yeah, if it's just a small, I mean, if it's a small caliber, it's just gonna go
Mhm.
either in and out or in and stay in, and it's not. You can cover that up easily.
I have a feeling it's a smaller caliber because I just feel like there would have been more said about how bad the injuries were. Like the one cousin, she said when she first got there, she was the first one to the car, and she said that Savannah looked just like she was sleeping, and so that kind of told me that it's a smaller caliber weapon.
Also, execution style. If it's really close, then sometimes it will stay in the body versus far, where it's gonna take
True.
It just depends.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I have
Ugh, could you?
range.
I can't even imagine going to a viewing and walking up to a casket and seeing an unborn baby in the mama's arms. Like, I just can't even. That's tough right there.
That's
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Did you guys see these Telegram? I don't know. I was trying to figure out if there's anything like relevant to these. They were posted in the groups. There's like probably like 5 or 6 of them. Do you guys know what? You think they're relevant? So it's like December 30th. I guess she just liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing what.
So they're just highlighting the people who hearted.
Okay.
I believe like December 30th,
Mhm.
December 27th, because they had been missed.
Yeah,
They're
talking
do
about
they think one
drugs.
of them is like Christopher maybe or something? Do we know his Telegram name? I wonder.
This guy was like heavily involved in like what he's doing. You can tell because, I don't know, like in California, you wouldn't really see kids doing that, posting up pictures of themselves. Well, you would, but not as like that graphic and stuff.
Well, they use those apps. They use the behind the scene apps too that everybody uses. I mean,
Yeah,
you
the
could Zave you when you scrolled up, it said $20 a line. I mean, he was selling to
What?
everybody. If you're just selling drugs by the line, you're
Yeah.
definitely you're calling for trouble there.
Wow.
Yeah, when you scrolled up, it said $20 a line, and they hearted it. I'm like, that's just like
Mhm.
they
That's
were
like
just
selling the cigarettes out in front of
yeah,
the corner store.
exactly. You're calling everybody to come up. So I mean, I was gonna ask Zabe though. Zabe, do you think that, like, knowing what you know, do you think that Christopher, because he looks like he's real meek and shy, like, do you think that it was a setup or that he went and then something happened and he like did it? I mean, not self-defense, but more like he was just gonna rob him and not kill him, but he had to or something. I don't know. Does
I don't know.
anybody?
Considering how quick it happened, like 4 minutes, it looked like. Considering that it looks like it happened really quick, makes me think that it was a setup, that he had it planned. But I don't know though. And then, Yeah, I think I'm leaning
You
more
can't
towards
judge a
a
person by the
plan,
way they look.
I
You
can't.
Yeah,
can't.
you can't. I agree. And if he was doing meth with them and so forth, then he was a different person too.
Yeah.
I
So,
think that he just didn't have the money. That's just my opinion. That he didn't
but
have the money to get what he wanted.
but I'm like, why kill him though? Like, I mean, like I said,
Well,
had the same
hey,
situation.
nowadays people are like literally like I don't know. A lot of people are walking around without guidance, without any beliefs, without any morals. So it's a it's not surprising that someone would do something like that because of the way that things are nowadays. How everything's pretty the world is pretty full of violence right now. A lot of angry
Plus,
people.
I would guess if you're like, I don't know, do you call it fiending or withdrawal? Like
Withdrawals,
you
yes,
need
there's
the
withdrawals.
yeah. I would guess that probably puts you in a whole different state of mind too.
I was saying, if they're with like opiate withdrawals or anything, I mean, sometimes people are desperate and they feel so horrible that I could see
Mhm.
somebody doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but yeah, I don't know. That'd be
Um,
crazy if it was just because he didn't have money. I mean, I think there's a possibility that could be it too. It really could. It could just be him not having the money, or it could be deeper.
Mhm.
I'm going back and forth between that.
But were you all not like I was telling Big Al this on another panel. Were you all not like just a little blown away when they made the arrest and they showed them? Because it
yeah.
was like they're just so normal looking.
The dad
And
reminds me of my dad. That's how like shocked I was. I was like, bro, that looks like someone that
your
could be my
father,
dad. Yeah, I was.
yeah, I was expecting like some gangster looking, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
mean,
that's how you slide under the radar these days.
yeah.
they just look like normal every. And I almost kind of feel bad for the dad if it does come out that like his son lied to him and said, it was self-defense. Like I almost kind of would feel bad
Yeah.
for him. But
Yeah.
But still, like, even if it was self-defense, like the fact that you helped your child do what they did, like,
Mhm.
it doesn't sit right with me. Like if I would have gone up to my dad and been like, hey, like this happened, my dad would have been like, bro, like you better find, you better find help because I ain't gonna help you. Not calling the cops, like,
Can
he's
I
not
ask you
gonna
guys
try to
something?
help me.
Which account? Because they're saying so he liked the comment after he killed him. Which one are they thinking is him? I don't understand.
Hmm.
There's a deleted account on the 26th. That could be that could be relevant. Somebody deleted their account. But yeah, I don't
Ooh.
know which one they're
I
saying.
Dang, I remember like his name, his account name is right on the tip of my tongue. You don't remember it, Big Al?
I don't.
No,
Off the
no,
top of my head.
not. I'm talking about not Flacco, not Matt's. I'm talking about Christopher's.
Oh no, I don't
Because
know.
they're saying he deleted his account after he killed them. So they're saying that it's Chris.
Oh.
Can I address a comment in the chat from of course it's dope.
Yeah.
They made a comment that I think y'all wanted them to be black. That's absurd and insulting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's offensive.
And to say that
I'm confused about
anybody wishes ill on anyone, any of these people that are up here on panel or anyone in this chat because of the color of their skin is bullshit.
Correct.
So you can take that shit around the fucking block, pal.
Yeah, miss me with bro.
Why would we wish them to be one particular race
I'm confused.
when
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
this is something that all races do?
And a kid that know any better and was making mistakes in his life, doesn't matter what color they were. Take your racist bullshit and go somewhere else. Sorry.
No, you know how I feel
I'm
about
not going to
it.
be gaslit by somebody telling me that anybody up here is a racist.
You know how I feel about it. My son's black, so I'm definitely not like, gee golly, I sure wish it was black people. I mean, that's just stupid.
Wow. Huh.
Zavgirl, what kind of people you got coming in your chat?
Welcome back, Big Al. Dropping F-bombs. My bad. I'm so tired of people gaslighting over race in this country. It's disgusting.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's some BS. Don't bring that stuff around here because people you won't deal with that.
Yeah, that's somebody just trolling right now. But
yeah, it is.
Well, it worked. You got me.
Yeah, it did.
Right in the cheek with a big ass hook.
I mean, they're Hispanic families, and we don't know the situation. But I think that
No,
area that they live in too is heavy with the drugs, and it's not
Oh yeah.
actually, of
necessarily
course, it's
their
dope.
race.
I said the way kids wear their pants down. I didn't say
Oh yeah,
gangsters. I didn't say blacks. I didn't say gangbangers. I said kids. White kids
Yep.
in my small little town here up in northern Minnesota wear their pants that way. All
yeah. That's what I'm
kids do.
saying. Then they all do drugs too, and it
They
doesn't matter if
do.
you're
Yeah.
white.
Jesus.
Yeah,
A lot of these kids are walking around without any guidance. A lot of parents aren't involved with their kids. Nowadays everybody's like so stuck on their phones that they don't really have time to communicate with each other. But I feel like it's important that parents do communicate with their child or with their kids.
Oh
And
heck yeah.
So Repo Yuso said his name is Yuck. Repo Yuso, how do you know? How do we know that that's him for sure? Let's look back at that because let's see. So if he really is J Yuck or wait J Yuck, yeah,
Juyuk.
Juyuk. Okay, sorry, I'm saying
Juyuk.
stuff wrong. Oh yeah,
Look at
Juyuk.
reap what you sows.
Juyuk.
Picture that goes along with the name. Kind of scary looking. Clown. I don't like clowns.
Aw. Okay, so let's see. I like that picture though, to be honest. I think it's pretty cool. The clown.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
colors
so
are pretty cool. Yeah.
Jayuk. Let's see what he says.
Zavgirl, just keep me on top of Big Al on this panel. That way he always knows who's boss.
Don't throw me softballs like that. I'll turn this thing around real quick.
So
You got a dating show,
Oh,
Zave.
I'm just kidding.
Dating show. Let's do it. So he liked. So look, he liked the comment that says, "How do
trying to
you
see it.
I think how do you not feel? How do you not feel like killing yourself whenever you come?"
That's the one that they were referring to coming down or something. That's what it.
Right here.
Oh, coming down.
Oh yeah, like when you're
That makes
withdrawing or
sense.
coming. Oh,
That
it
makes
is.
yeah, that
It
makes
does.
sense.
Okay.
It does.
And then he did this. So if that really is him, but how do we know that's him? Do we know for sure?
Unless
Probably
somebody
not.
knows him. Yeah.
But he's like it. Yeah, he's liking a bunch. Okay, but thanks. Thanks for letting me know because I was curious why they were like.
What's his name on those? Like we're I don't even know what that is. Telegram, you said?
Juyuk. They're saying is Christopher is what he's saying.
Okay.
And Matthew is Flacco. Matthew is Flacco. He's the one.
Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Flacco. Yeah.
I'm not pronouncing anything right, am I?
That's okay. I'll help you. It's called
okay.
Flacco.
Flacco. Okay.
Flacco.
You, Flacco, and Jay is you. So yeah, he's if that is him, he's liking a bunch of his telegrams. So then that would tell me that he does.
Yeah, that he knows them then too. He knew she was pregnant. He knew all that. He knows he has money. I think then in that case it was a setup.
All right, let me exit out of some of this stuff here.
Although I think his dad, his dad should have told him in the first place, just turn yourself in. If he thought that was self-defense, I would have told my kid, hey, let's just go to the cops and just get it done,
Yeah,
They tried to, I wouldn't be wiping stuff off and hiding it. I would go to the cops and just.
But did you guys notice that when he gets off the truck, he seemed pretty pissed, like he threw his son back in the car, like to tell him, like,
Well, he should have taken him to the cops too and said, let's go, self-defense, and then you take your punishment.
You guys, we got a birthday in the house. Birthday boy is coming up. Anthony, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
It's his birthday today, guys.
Is that your channel? Is that your channel name? True Crime and man, I'm scrunching my eyes to see here. True Crime Investigate.
Yeah.
True Crime
I don't think
Investigate.
I follow that channel.
Well, you're missing out on the best channel that covers the Delphi murders case.
I'm gonna have to go look. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Delphi local, and I don't know if did you follow the Delphi murders, Avery?
Oh, yeah, but I haven't lately. Actually, I haven't the past week or two.
Oh, okay. But yeah, then still recently, but just not the last.
Yeah.
I know me either. Ever since this case, I'm slacking. I don't know. Well, there's probably not
There's
really any
nothing covering
updates or
all
anything. Yeah. Um. Anyway, so I wanted to. Well, how are you, Anthony? How's your day going, by the way?
My day's great. I just got back from the store, did the live stream
Okay.
earlier, and now I was listening to you, so now I wanted to jump on here and talk. This case was, I don't know, exciting, I guess I should say, for people that are interested in true crime, the Soto case, because it's a case where you have this mystery, but you have so much evidence, but so much mystery behind it. And, to finally to sit around with you guys on this panel and talk about it and try to navigate what's truth, what's not truth. What is that in his hand? Does he have a towel? Is he wiping something down? Who is it? Is there someone in the back seat? Why weren't they charged? All these things that we dissected over the past week when I went back and rewatched those live streams, the theories that came in from viewers, from us, from different things that we talked about, all was accurate in some form. All of it. We nailed it 100%. The dude, remember we said Hispanic, probably. The one we said might look like a girl, but also it could be a dude with long hair, like puffy hair. We were right. We were right on all of it. And it was exciting to actually get the reveal of the perp walk with those two dudes. I was like, bam, there it was. It was like a sense of accomplishment to know that during that panel, we all got it right.
Yeah.
It definitely was. It's always exciting when they do arrest people too, though. It's like my heart's always pounding when that press
Yeah, me
conference
too.
comes on. It's just like, oh my god. But yeah, that they did a little bit differently. Like a lot of press conferences, they don't do like the perp walk. That was kind of cool, though.
And then the
That
dad
was
spoke. We never get to hear the perps speak when they're
Yes.
walking. I was like,
Yes.
what? Wait, stop. He just spoke? What? You never get to hear that. But what he said, what do you guys make of what he said?
I mean, there's a lot of people thinking he's trying to say that like it's not it's deeper and it's not what people are saying. I don't know. I mean, maybe his son lied to him though. It could just be that. You know what I'm
It's just because
saying?
it's because it's self-defense thing, and he said you
Yeah.
don't know everything yet, and he's trying to basically like dull it down from what his son did.
Yeah. So it could be that.
Everyone's like, oh, they're because people are like wanting to they're threatening the family, right?
Well, I mean, they're already.
What family?
His the
Oh, you
Preciados family.
always have that. I hate that happens, though. You always have, in cases, people threatening the family, and I don't like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No, you shouldn't threaten the family, because.
Did you see where they tagged his car with the red spray paint?
Yes, I did. Here, I'll
Well,
bring that up.
That part, I mean.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that at all.
They're gonna react differently, but as far as like threatening the family, yeah, that's a little bit too far. I mean,
But I think the dad was trying to lessen it when he says you don't know what's true yet or whatever, because they're gonna say self-defense. Like he wasn't just being a cold-blooded. Oh, is that the car?
Yep. Yeah. It says baby
What does
killer.
it say?
Yeah. Baby killer.
Oh, see,
Hey man, I just got gifted a membership.
Yay! Are you serious, Anthony? I still couldn't find yours.
I did. I just got gifted a membership.
By who? Wait, I gotta thank the
Thanks,
person.
Petty Deb.
Oh, Petty, she's always doing that. Thanks, Petty.
That's like an extra birthday present.
It really is.
Dude,
it's like so awesome. I was just trying to join her membership yesterday.
Yes, and it's your birthday, so cool.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, the good news is whoever spray painted that car it's on camera.
Oh yeah.
Camera on the corner of the house. Now, does he have a DVR or is it cloud storage? If they have a DVR, does the cops take it?
It's hard to even see nowadays.
Wait, say that again. I missed it. I was reading the
there's
chat.
a camera on the corner of the house.
Yeah, look.
So
there's two cameras.
Did he have a DVR or was it cloud storage? If it was a DVR and they tried to factory reset it, the data's still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's two actually. Look.
Wait, what are we looking at?
There's one. He has a camera. There's two cameras
car.
on the house.
Yeah.
So,
if the homicides happened in front of that house,
it's on camera.
Yeah.
If it
But
happened
that's
on
what I
the
was saying,
street
Al, at the
or the
beginning. I
side
was
street.
saying if they had 5 days to cover it up, though, so they probably try
Well,
to get rid of it. But if it did go to some like cloud or something where it's like some app that they're able to get it back. I don't know. Let's say it's
but
like
let's face it, Zab. Most people go into the factory settings and go, "Oh, factory restore. It's gone." No, it's
okay,
not.
so there's no way. Oh, so you're saying there's no way to get it, or there is a way
Without
to get it back?
zeroing out the drive and writing over the drive and destroying the operating system that controls the cameras, you cannot get rid of that data that fast.
Yeah, you
It
Okay.
has
the
to be
data.
written over so many times before it can't be forensically dug back.
See, this
That's
is
like
why we
using
keep Big
Find
Al
Tab.
around. Because if we get in trouble and we need help destroying
Yeah, don't
evidence,
call me. I'll help you with anything except for the body.
Oh, damn. Wow. Um.
they're safer in jail. Yeah,
So
probably. Yeah.
this
They're
is an
definitely
updated
safer in
picture.
jail.
So this is updated pictures like from the last day.
This is because somebody spray painted baby killer on
Yeah, somebody
their
spray painted
car.
the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus,
Wow.
it said Google 2024, so it's this year.
So
Yes.
both streets that the house sits on, because it's on a corner, both have a camera on them.
Yep.
So anything
Then
that
they're
happened in
caught for
front of that
sure.
house should be on camera.
Anything. I mean, and you got to assume that the other neighbors probably had cameras too. Some of them.
You have to assume that.
Yeah.
In
Maybe
the,
it's just like a doorbell cam. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
in the cities now, I mean, cameras are shit. You can buy them for nothing.
Dude, they're everywhere. You could be
They're
tracked
everywhere.
almost everywhere you go.
I mean, I have cameras that point at cameras at my place.
Yeah, cameras looking at cameras.
Yeah,
That's
right.
funny.
Oh my
I
God,
wish I
that's
was
funny.
joking, but I mean, I literally have an outdoor camera
That's
that points at
true.
another outdoor camera that's not on my network to make sure that if somebody messes with that camera, I've got it on camera.
You know
That's
what?
smart.
There really are cameras everywhere. I didn't even know this until the other day, about a week ago. I actually have a camera in my vehicle that records everything in front of me driving. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh yeah,
I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
you have
ones that
to
even record the inside too.
Teslas record 360
really.
degrees.
They record the inside?
Some of them
Teslas
do. Some
record
of them record. Yeah,
360 degrees.
in case you're in a car accident or something like that, it's easier for them to go back and be like, all right, well, let's look at the footage. Were you texting and driving? No. Well, this video footage says you were. You know what I mean?
Oh, I wonder how much that is. I need to get that too then, because
You can buy them at Walmart for
Yeah, you can buy the.
$149.
It's just a double-sided dash cam.
Yep.
oh, it's
Clip
not
right
built
on your-
into my
It's nothing
car.
hardwired into your car, no.
Oh, yeah, because the one that records like the front of me driving, it's in the car. You just have to pay, you got to pay through the app like an extra couple bucks a month to have it. But I thought that was I was like, dang, there really are cameras everywhere.
Along with GPS tracking, that was one of the other things I did was in-car monitoring, in-cab
Yes.
monitoring, and in-car monitoring.
Were you a police?
No, I worked for a company that did fleet tracking for planes and trains, buses, airplanes. We did GPS tracking and vehicle reporting, vehicle integration.
Okay, cool.
I did that for 15 years. That's how I ended up in this crazy community, because people were running their mouths about a black box during the Kylie Rodney case, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So
That's right.
came
I
on
remember
Sam's panel and lost my shit.
Yes. Oh my God.
And said, if you guys are going to talk about this stuff, let's actually look at the facts. And
yeah.
it's
true.
I don't have a lot to offer about a lot, but I know a lot about a little.
Oh, there it is. She just pulled it up. Oh, that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It just absolutely breaks my heart.
Yeah, that actually made me cry a little bit when I read that.
The baby will be in her arms.
And then I read this at the beginning. I don't know if you guys saw, but it says so many people are accusing the mom of helping or knowing what they did. From my understanding, dad has a girlfriend. Mom hasn't lived there in over a year. He has here's a screenshot to prove it. I have covered mom's address. But you know what? Hold on. I'm going to look up that address and see what residents are living there. I'm not going to share it. I mean, I'll see what I get, but I'm going to do it and see first before I share my screen. So I don't want to give out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, if it's like, I just want to see if there's another woman that lives there and it's not Murda.
That's very considerate of you to, not dox out her address, because she probably has nothing to do with it.
But yeah. So it says that her current address isn't where that address, Murda's. That's what this is showing. But I'm going to use mine and see. But so If that's the case, who is that woman walking out into the car from, the neighbors filming and everybody thought it was Murda? Do you remember
I thought
seeing
it was the
that?
girlfriend.
Whose girl? Oh, you did know it was his girlfriend?
I
Raymond's
thought
or
it was.
Christopher's?
I thought it was Ramon's
Or
girlfriend.
Ramon's. I'm sorry. I keep saying
That's
that wrong. Ramon's. Okay, so I didn't know. I didn't realize until today that
Ramon.
he had a girlfriend. I thought he was still with Murda. Okay.
Wait, we got to practice with her. Ramon.
Wait, you
Ramon.
guys gotta say it. You guys gotta say it like Ramon.
I can't do that,
Ramon.
Anthony. I can't do it. I wish I.
More infliction.
I'm not
I
even
did
gonna do
it.
it.
Ramon.
You know, like
I
he's
don't know
got like
how
a
you
plate of
guys do
spaghetti, and
that.
you're
Yeah,
just
you
like
got to throw
wanting it
your
all.
jaw into it. Just
Yeah, Ramon.
I can't.
oh, you just turned a sub.
It's my
Make
birthday,
me laugh
everybody.
and
Get
I'll
drunk.
sub, man, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's one thing I cannot do.
Me too.
Yeah.
Make me laugh and I'll sub, man, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's one thing I cannot do.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Make me laugh and I'll sub, man, no matter what.
Oh, hold on, guys. I'm echoing. I thought you guys were kept talking. Oops, sorry.
Wait, zavgirl, that picture that you just had up of Christopher, are his fingernails painted?
Yeah, they're painted. Here, let me. I have to
So
redo
that
this
is
because it'll
Christopher?
echo. But I'll bring it back up in 1 minute. I have to restart my computer. Did you guys
Oh
hear
my
that echo?
goodness. No, I didn't
No.
hear that.
Okay.
Was that Christopher? Was it confirmed that that was Christopher or?
Well, here's the thing. It says Angel, which we know that Angel Preciado. It says
It's
Angel
him.
Preciado on it. Hold on.
And because he had that account, Angel is Falling. So he has long hair and he has pink painted fingernails.
Yes. I'm gonna bring it back up. Yeah, he has long hair, pink nails, and it's Angel. That was the one that was in one of the groups, the Savanah groups. So, and with the same last name, I think it's him. I do.
That's why we all, when we were watching that surveillance footage released, talking about the ponytail, the high bun, or all, wow, yeah.
Anthony,
Very
did you see on the press conference the person asked about the towel? So they're aware of the towel guy, the cops. I don't know if you saw the new press release today.
Yeah. Now, why is that person not charged with being some sort of an accessory or?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well,
I
they
have
said
a
they're going to look
theory.
into it, so maybe they will.
I have a theory.
We have a
I have
theory
a
why they're not. Go ahead.
Yeah. What if that person is like Ramon's girlfriend or somebody, but what if that person is who turned them in?
I thought they found it because of Savannah's car or Savannah's phone and stuff, and then they
But
knocked
it,
it. He knew where they were. Why they were
but
there.
it
I
still
thought.
could be. It still could be that that person called in and worked with the
Hold on.
police.
Well, hold on. No, hold on. I'll tell you exactly. So, Zav, on YouTube, I'm gonna drop a link in the back. It's a timeline, a quick news clip. So I was looking at it last night, and it was like spot on. It's like 1 minute and 40 seconds, but it gives you a perfect breakdown of how it all happened, day by day, in a minute. I'm gonna drop it in the comment section here. But this is the timeline of what they said.
Oh,
How
in
it
the
trans.
affidavit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I think that they just found it because the phone. I don't think that anybody called it in. And then I'll get
Because
it, Anthony. When they freaking he says when they go to their house, he knew exactly why they were there. I do think that Christopher, if there's a possibility that Christopher did lie to his dad and lied and said, "Oh, it was self-defense." And so when the cops came, he was just like, let's just be honest, we'll be all right because it was self-defense. So he knew exactly why they were there. He admitted to it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one possibility. Anthony, do you
The
think
dad
that
pulled
it's deeper and the dad is like more involved, or do you think it was just the dad helping out the son? The son lied to the dad and said it was like self-defense or whatever.
Who? Okay, I'll go first. I guess we'll each take about 30 seconds or so, so everybody can have an opinion instead of just one. I think it's just what it is. I think that the dad got called to help cover it up for his son, and that's just that. I mean, I don't see that man being any more participating than that. He volunteered the information when they showed up at his house, told him everything. Yeah, I didn't kill him. He did that. I helped him, and that's what it is.
Storm, I'm going to add you real quick. Is it okay to show your face? I just want to make sure it's okay. Okay.
I agree with Anthony, though. I think I definitely think you would do what you do for your kids, and he called his dad and told him that I don't think he told him that the part he did. The kids always dull it down, right? But he probably said, "I had to do it. It was self-defense. I need help, Dad." And his dad came because he wouldn't. He was so cooperative.
So I'm saying for him to have just been so
Yeah.
cooperative, he
Exactly.
thought we'll be all right. It's better to come honest. It was self-defense. He's probably thinking like, I do too.
Any of you guys remember hearing? I could have swore that the chief said it on one of the pressers about an eyewitness. So I was wondering if maybe the person that was in the truck was the eyewitness. I cannot remember where I heard one of them say it though.
Are we still thinking that there was somebody else in the third person? Is everybody still thinking that? And not sure?
Absolutely. That cow was thrown.
Yeah, but I think that person is working with the police and
Okay,
not
because they
being
keep
charged.
saying two people, and I can't see the third.
Somebody throws him the towel.
Well, now they know about it in the press. You heard the press conference, Jay, right? Where they said the towel, and he said we're looking into it.
Oh, okay. I did hear that. I just I wasn't sure if we knew or not. For
Watch
sure.
right there. Did you see it? You see it,
Yeah.
right?
Do one more time. Do one more time.
Boom! It's thrown there by somebody else.
Yes, it just
Yeah,
comes
there's
out.
another person, at
Yeah.
least one other person in the
Okay,
truck.
you're right. It just appears popping. Someone's like flailing it out to him.
And you know,
I'm gonna
people
say
keep
it's a
saying
female.
his mom, but he also has.
You're right. You're
at
right.
least one other brother.
Yes, he's got that older brother that people are thinking, and then supposedly Christopher. Why? Maybe that's what people were talking about. They were saying Christopher had a girlfriend. Maybe they were talking about Ramon's girlfriend, but maybe Christopher has one too. But does Christopher? Did you guys hear Christopher had a girlfriend too, or no?
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe they accidentally said that and it was Ramon's, but maybe they both have girlfriends. They might.
So
I think it was somebody that was with the dad. He just was in the house with the dad when they called, and he went with them. So probably the family, because it just dangled out the back.
You're telling me that Ramon has a girlfriend?
That's what we're gonna look up. Yeah. Well, he was married. Anthony, he has kids with like a bunch of different females. We were looking at his civil.
You know what, dude?
Stuff.
I'm telling you, that's because of his name, Ramon. That's what it is. I mean, it's not his look, dude.
He just walks in the room and says his name and the panties drop.
They're like, whoa,
the younger
dude,
pictures.
that dude is a
He's
star.
gotten bigger and bigger.
Yeah, the younger pictures, he's not even like. Have you seen him younger? He's not
younger.
Yeah, he's not a
like
bad looking guy. Yeah,
he just
younger
got
ones.
really.
He just got heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Tell you what, man, I'm gonna look like Ramon when I get older.
I'll change my name to
Rob, I was thinking the same thing, Rob.
Big Al
See,
Ramon.
I keep calling him
Big
Raymond
Ramon.
too, and I was like, screw it. He doesn't deserve to be his name to be said properly. I keep slipping up and saying Raymond for Ramon.
Me too. Yeah, I
Raymond
think
Noodle.
that's our
Raymond
Americanized.
Noodle.
I don't know. Oh my lord.
So I missed it in the presser, I guess. You say the police said they were looking into the towel situation?
Here, let me play
How
that
did
part.
I miss that?
Yeah, that was important. Like the three things I pointed out: the towel, the gun they said they found, and also her selling drugs with Matt. They said all three of that.
Oh, they did say they found the gun?
Yes. Yeah. Hold on a second. We gotta play parts of that.
I missed all this
We
then.
have to. Yeah.
Well, you know, the first question they had to ask the dad was who else was in the truck. And
Then the dad lied. Yeah, that's true. They
it
probably
had to be the first question they asked him: who else was in the truck?
No, a female.
Yeah,
I bet it's female.
Just so sad.
They want to protect her.
Let's watch
And over weed, do y'all really think it was just weed?
Nope. No way.
Okay.
No, it wasn't
didn't
weed.
think
It
so
wasn't
either.
just weed. No.
Unless if
not
it was
at
more
all.
about the money. I mean, you know, but
Yeah, it
Weed's
was
too easy
about
to
the
get.
money, but it wasn't
So
just
I'm
about weed. Yeah.
let's
Right.
watch at least. I'm trying to think if should I skip through it.
Yeah,
Let's
because
see
I
here.
didn't see all of that either. I
Okay.
missed some of it.
Thanks for showing up.
What do you want to watch? You want me to skip through it to those parts, or do you want to watch the whole thing?
We can skip through it if everyone else saw it. We don't want to torture them.
And we'll the information I'm going to give you a lot of detail about anything else, simply because again, my condolences to the families of Savanah and Matthew. By now, everybody's aware of the incidents, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time rehashing facts that are already known, but I will go over them high level. So on 12/26/23, our officers discovered 2 deceased individuals in a Kia Optima, and our homicide detectives at that point began their investigation right on that scene. Detectives learned that both victims were involved in the sale of narcotics and used their cell phones to conduct much of their business. Detectives collected the victims' phones, and with the help of the United States Secret Service, who were able to extract information that led to the development of a possible location.
You heard him say both, right? You
Okay,
caught that?
now I did. Yeah, now I
Okay,
caught it. He
okay,
said,
okay.
and I figured that both of them.
He said both, and I'm still confused on why they're leaning on the Secret Service for phone data.
You know what? I am too. That's what I was really curious
That's
about.
very strange.
True.
Someone
Of all the
talked to me
government
before
agencies,
about
the Secret Service, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe
I
somebody was
forgot if
already
you-
I
investigating.
didn't catch that.
Yeah, they're able to access people's location or people's phones. It was some crazy stuff, but I heard someone speak about that. But I guess they use like the towers to like pretty much find out information about through people's phones and stuff without their permission.
My thought behind that was maybe the Secret Service was working in that area and already had a man in the middle going.
That's what I was thinking too. And they also were talking about already investigating that little drug thing that they had going on too. So
Why did they have to get a warrant to get inside of the car when they found them?
To make sure
No,
all
that
the
would be
T's are
probable
crossed
cause.
and I's are dotted.
No, if I think that'd be probable cause to see, if you've seen someone with a visible gunshot wound, that's grounds. To
Well, they
inquire.
know, but
Okay.
Anthony, in the affidavit, they said they had to wait for the warrant to go in it. They said that.
Why?
See,
The car,
In
I
a-
don't
in
know.
a
That's what it
high-profile case like that, you want to
said
make sure
that.
all the T's are crossed,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
I's are dotted. Nobody has a way out. They can't
Because when
throw
you
out
go to
evidence
court,
because of a
yep.
procedural piece of bullshit. They want to make
Yeah.
sure they do it all right, so everything they found is able to be used.
That's why they don't say it's fabricated and right. And
Yeah.
it can't be used in court if they just do it without it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it gives someone an out on appeal.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it
You're
gives them a
right.
way to contradict the evidence, and if they
But
do it by the book,
Yeah,
then
you want to
it's-
even get to an appeal though if you can't use that in court. If you didn't get that, it could be fabricated. So the judge won't even let it in.
that just tells me that they want to make
Wow.
sure that whoever they catch fries.
Yep.
They want to
Okay,
make
I'm
sure
gonna-
that the case is
I mean,
done
the
right.
world is watching.
I'm gonna press
You
play.
know.
Is that all right? I'll stop it for
No,
the
it's
next
up
one.
to you if it's all right.
I want you to see it, Anthony, because you haven't seen it.
The surveillance video that occurred on Wednesday, 1/3/24. Detectives drove to that location and saw the suspect vehicle. They approached the home where the suspect vehicle was, and they knocked on the door. An individual by the name of Ramon Preciados answered the door and seemed to know why SCPD was there and cooperated with the investigation. Both Ramon and Christopher were home and brought to the SAPD homicide office for questioning. During the interviews, both suspects made enough statements to implicate them in the murder. Detectives walked warrants for their arrests. Christopher was arrested on the charge of capital murder. Ramon was arrested on the charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, 1/4, more charges were filed. Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse, altering, destroying, or concealing evidence of a human corpse. Ramon was also charged with altering, destroying, concealing evidence, human corpse. Detectives also conducted a search warrant at the home of the suspects, where evidence was recovered. There is still an active investigation, and I'm not going to go into too much of the details, as I've previously said, because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of the case or make the DA's job any harder once he gets involved in it. The final piece of information I have for you is that the gun believed to be the murder weapon has been recently recovered from the suspect's home, and we'll share that with you. And Joe, would you like to say a few words?
So there you go on that. The gun was recovered. So a couple people in chat said play the whole thing. Do you guys want me to?
Yeah, is this from like today? Because I haven't seen
Yes.
this.
Yeah, this is from today at
Oh,
noon.
Today. Yep.
oh, that's why I haven't seen it. Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Are
Good
you gonna play the
morning.
whole thing through?
I want to thank Chief McManus for inviting me to be a part of this press conference. Before I begin, I also want to extend my condolences to the Soto and Guerra families as they are in the midst of mourning. They are in the midst of grieving for the loss of their loved ones. So I think it would be appropriate for us to give them the respect that is due them during this period. But I do want to say that as I mentioned before, arrests were made. I was confident because I knew the kind of work that happens over here. I know the kind of dedication that the San Antonio Police Department has. They would identify suspects and make arrests, and that's exactly what happened. So I want to commend Chief McManus. I want to commend the entire command staff. And I especially want to call out the lead homicide detective for doing an outstanding job. I'm sure as typical, he may have had others assist him, but I know that his team was working around the clock, and it made a difference because we always want to formulate a suspect as soon as possible. We always want to identify someone who is a perpetrator of a crime as soon as possible, and that happened here. So again, my gratitude to the entire department and specifically to the detectives that were involved in this case. As I have said recently, our job is just beginning, but we have to give SAPD time to complete their investigation. What they do when they, and the term is walking a warrant, when they present an affidavit for an arrest warrant, they only need to present probable cause to a magistrate judge, but that's only the beginning. They have the responsibility to complete the investigation, and I know that they will do that. They will do an outstanding job as they've done so far. So let's give them the time to do what they need to do. We have 90 days to indict these cases, and so I am sure that they're going to get a prosecution guide, which is the term that we use for a complete file. I'm sure that they will get it to us in the appropriate time and before that 90-day timeline. Again, I want to commend everyone involved in the San Antonio Police Department for doing an outstanding job in identifying suspects and making arrests. Let's let the detectives complete their job. Let's let them file the cases in our office, and then we'll make the charging decisions, and we'll go from there. And again, I can't overestimate this. In order to bring justice to the memory of these two victims, and in order to bring justice to the survivors and the family members, it's going to be a long road, but we have to take things one step at a time. So let's do that. Let's let SAPD do their job. And then we'll need some time to review the facts and make those charging decisions. And once a case is indicted, then we'll go to the next step. And I'm sure I will have questions about this. Let me get this out there right now. There have been questions about whether or not this will be something that we will seek the death penalty on. It's too early to tell. I don't know whether or not this is something that we will make that decision. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As in every other case where we have a defendant who is death penalty eligible, we have a capital crimes committee that will meet, that will make, we will hear a presentation from the lead prosecutor in the court where this case ends up, and then we will discuss the facts that go into making a decision to seek the death penalty. But again, it is too early to tell. We don't want to put the cart before the horse. Let's wait till we get an entire case filed in our office. And once that happens, I anticipate that we will have indictments returned, but we have to wait and let a grand jury make that decision. But after that, then we will take it to the next level and make whatever decisions that we need to. Thank you very much.
I'll take a few questions.
And for the gun that was recovered at the suspect's home, have you guys done any tests, run ballistics on the gun to see if there's been any other connections?
I will just say that we believe it's the gun that was used in the murder. As far as the testing and the ballistic results go, I'm not sure what they have yet.
Chief, can you help clear something up on the surveillance video? We've had a lot of people reach out. It appears as if someone tosses the towel to Ramon Preciados before he wipes down the door on the sedan. Is that how it played out? What can you tell us about that small part of the scene?
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off at the apartment.
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it is possible.
If someone was there, if there was a second person in that truck, could they be charged with the same altering of a corpse or, essentially moving the bodies? Is that how the charge works?
They could be, but I mean, that's something that would be determined once the level of that person's involvement is understood, if that is the case at all.
We saw videos of police activity on the house of the Preciados where you take the mom. Are you questioning her?
I'm going to leave that question unanswered. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, can you go over the charges one more time on each one of them since they're updated now?
Sure. So the additional charges that were filed were for Ramon. Christopher was arrested on a capital murder charge. Ramon was arrested on a charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse. And he and Ramon were charged with altering, destroying, or concealing evidence.
As far as the capital murder charges, would it be 1, 2, or 3? Do you know about how many charges that Christopher would face? It involves all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and any further questions you have, you might want to just refer to the affidavit, arrest affidavit. Okay.
Anyway, I think that's the most important stuff taken from this press conference, but I'm so glad they asked about the towel. So now we know for sure they know about it, because I was curious if the law enforcement, if they knew about.
I don't think he wanted to say, so that way, because if no one's gonna come forward with who it was if he says they're gonna be charged. So he's kind of keeping it hush right now. But yeah, they did see the towel.
I mean, the way he was kind of like, he was like shaking his head when he was answering questions about the towel, like kind of like he was saying to me, it was kind of like he was saying, we're aware, we know who it is. There's not going to be any charges, but I'm not going to come out and say that right now. That's what it felt like to me.
Would that be fair, though? I mean, there should be some charge because, at least something, because he was there and he knew what was going on, or that person.
Whoever the person was, it could have been a situation where he got the call from his boy and said, "Come on, we got to run and help my kid."
Or whoever was in the house.
And then they just got stuck in that situation.
They got
and
sucked
didn't even...
into it and didn't know.
But even if you know about a crime and you don't report it, Big Al, they could still be charged because they know then afterwards.
You are absolutely right.
He handed him the towel to wipe the prints off. So, to me, it sounded like he didn't want to say there was charges, so that way they can get them to find out who it is. Because
I don't think they're done.
Yeah, no, they're not done.
They're not done. There's going to be more.
Yeah,
it's on the state now. It's on the state prosecutor. It's on the state to file the charge. They're just trying to figure out what to do, I'm sure.
So they still haven't issued a charge for Fabian?
Not yet. Nope.
At this time.
I wonder what's taking them so long.
I think that that Christopher will be charged with the baby's murder as well, or do you guys think that they're not going to charge him with it?
Yeah, I think they should.
Taking their time.
I think it depends how much they give him. Like I think they're just trying to make deals right now, because usually a baby at that stage is already a baby, and they do charge him.
If they're going to try to prosecute a woman for an abortion, then so why would he not be charged with the murder?
I think they're taking their time.
I think
they're
just
enough to hold them.
They're just trying to get,
they're not
enough
going anywhere.
information.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think what they're doing is they're trying to decide if they could charge him either with the death of an unborn fetus or an actual person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
it
so they're just
wasn't
trying to
born, but
get
it technically is a person.
technicality.
Yeah.
They haven't decided on the charges yet. They're
We
trying to
do
get him
keep
for the
reading
most.
full term.
Yeah.
We've heard it more than once.
Someone mentioned comments that if you continue the video, they discuss the Fabian situation.
They do. Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can.
all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no
Appreciate it.
problem. Yeah.
Fiscal, ¿en español nos puede dar unas palabras?
Claro que sí. Pues estamos aquí para hablar con respecto del caso que se trata de las víctimas la señora Soto y el señor Guerra. Todos en este caso.
I can understand that.
Y es una
I could fast forward.
English.
un requisito que, ¿verdad?
I'll translate for you later.
It switches.
Con lo que,
Basically, he said the same thing the other dude said, just in Spanish.
pues ese tiempo
That's what somebody said, Anthony. You're right. Somebody
podemos
was that
obtener
you that said
el
that, Avery, to me?
de allí en adelante.
Somebody messaged me that I think they emailed me that
que
they
es-
speak Spanish, and he basically said the same thing, but just in Spanish. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Regarding the fact that our Texas law, an unborn child is considered a person when it comes to the capital murder. Can you just reiterate that on camera?
Sure. Clearly, we have enough to charge Christopher with Preciado with capital murder because we have 2 adult victims. But under Texas law, when an unborn child, and it's under whatever period of gestation, is that unborn child is considered a person under Texas law for purposes of including an unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. We have every intention, of course, Chief Madden's actually, the sergeant made a comment that they intend to file 3 charges listing 3 victims. We have every intention of including the unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. But again, we'll have to wait and see when the case is filed. But that's correct. We can charge someone with additional count. While you're asking the question, let me.
Wait, I missed. Oh, did he say that they? How did he word that? Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it real quick. Sorry, guys. I want to see how he worded that.
He said he's going to. I think Anthony's right. They just don't know how.
Period of gestation and unborn child murder.
Sorry.
Sure. Clearly, we have enough to charge Christopher with Preciado with capital murder because we have 2 adult victims. But under Texas law, when an unborn child, and it's under whatever period of gestation, is that unborn child is considered a person under Texas law for purposes of including an unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. We have every intention, of course, Chief Madden's actually, the sergeant made a comment that they intend to file 3 charges listing 3 victims. We have every intention of including the unborn child as an additional count for capital murder. But again, we'll have to wait and see when the case is filed. But that's correct. We can charge someone with additional count. While you're asking the question, let's clarify because it's already been asked. Why the father, Ramon Preciado, is not charged with capital murder. Someone can be charged with murder if that person is directly responsible because that person either intentionally or knowingly caused the death of the individual, or that person can be charged as a party to a murder. But under Texas law, the only way that someone can be charged as a party is that person has to aid, assist, encourage, or abet the commission of the offense intended. As far as we know, there is no evidence to indicate that the father was involved in the murder. Now, that may change as this case develops. The detective is going to continue his investigation. If there's at some point some evidence that the father was in fact involved in the murder, then that can change. But I know there's a common conception that when someone is an accessory, in fact, that we can charge him. But he has to be more than an accessory. In fact, under Texas law. We have to be able to prove that he was a party to the offense. So again, for now, the only one that's being charged with capital murder is Christopher Preciado.
Thank you all.
I think that leads Cadence to the fact that he called Dad in a panic and said, "I need help, self-defense." Dad went to help because he believes his kid.
Can you guys, can you play that video, Zav? I'm gonna have to cut out of here in just a minute.
Yeah.
The timeline video.
You got birthday plans?
No, kinda. I mean, I gotta call some family members and stuff like that. But no, I really don't. I don't have anything planned for my birthday at all. Just hanging out.
He's got to go get a birthday spanking.
Yeah, right.
Today's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
He's an old man. No, I'm just joking.
Man,
No, I'm
old
an
now.
old woman if you're an old man.
No, I'm 46.
You look like
That's
you
old.
need about 30. He looks like he's about 35.
Yeah.
Wax, 36. Am I close?
I'm 38.
Close.
Okay, that's 38 wax. Better put some cushion in those pants.
Oh,
All right, here you go, Anthony.
Investigators who have pieced together an updated timeline. All of the events, according to police, unfolding in a small neighborhood in Leon Valley, all within blocks of each other. We start at the beginning. The new arrest affidavit reveals that the murders actually happened 2 days before 18-year-old Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra were reported missing late on December 21st, sometime before midnight. According to investigators who looked at cell phone records, Matthew Guerra had searched for Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive, and his vehicle records show he went there. According to the father of Christopher Preciado, that is where his son attempted to buy marijuana from Guerra, and depending on who you talk to, a fight ensued. Minutes later, that Kia Optima moved to 5903 Danny K Drive to an apartment complex parking lot, only to be joined minutes later by Ramon Preciados' Silverado pickup. Police say the surveillance video shows the truck pulling in with its lights off, and Ramon and Christopher appear to have some sort of an exchange. Then the two drive to the back of the complex. It would be another day on December 23rd that both families were so worried they called the Leon Valley Police Department. The two had not been seen for days, and Savanah had not shown up for her appointment to deliver her baby. Fast forward 3 more days to the day after Christmas. That's when Leon Valley PD was tipped off that Guerra's car was in that apartment parking lot, and the 2 corpses of the would-be parents were found, both with gunshot wounds to their heads. 7 days later, police act on cell phone tracking information, and they think they've solved the mystery. Just last night, blocks away from the crime scene at that same Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive area, Ramon Preciado was confronted by police, who they say quickly admitted to his involvement and that of his son.
Keep up to date with all.
Interesting
that was a
timeline.
good one. That was a good
I
video.
like the
how
way
to
they
do
put that together. It kind of breaks it
Me
down to how it
too.
all happened.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, that was a good one.
That
too.
was
A lot of
news
good
because
news.
I didn't know the dad said he went to buy marijuana.
You kid out. What?
They went to buy pot.
Yeah, it's in the affidavit. Did you read the affidavit though? Who's talking? I don't even know who's talking.
Avery.
Avery. Okay,
It's-
your circle doesn't bounce. Wait, say something. Avery. Avery.
Avery, make your circle bounce.
Okay, am
Yeah.
I clear now?
Oh, I guess it does. Okay, it takes a minute. Yeah, I just wanted to see if your circle like went.
Bounce.
Am I?
Circle's bouncing right
Can you
now.
guys hear me?
Here, look.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
I'll
hear
make
you.
my circle bounce.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Anthony, you look so serious in that. Why so
know, it's-
serious?
I read the affidavits. I read
Yeah,
the
it says
affidavits. but I
marijuana.
didn't- See, I didn't even see that part. So that was my
Here,
first
let
time
me-
hearing that.
They made
Yeah.
it seem really simple. Oh, there he goes. He's serious.
Oh my
Serious or
goodness.
not serious?
Do I look the same?
No.
No.
All right, guys, I have to roll out of here, okay?
All
Thank you very
right,
much.
thanks for coming
Hey,
up.
it's nice meeting
Have,
you.
Happy
have a nice
birthday.
rest of your
Birthday.
birthday. Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night, y'all. See you later.
Bye. I want to show you. I'll find that spot just so we can see how they said it.
So
Real
how
quick
long
for
is it going to
Avery.
be
Right
before
here.
we hear charges
Didn't it?
for tampering with
Okay.
evidence?
Right here it
Sure.
says, your affiant then spoke with Christopher. After Christopher was read the Miranda rights, Christopher reported Matthew and Savanah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher marijuana. Christopher
dang.
went on to provide a version of events that were inconsistent with evidence collected at the
Yep.
scene and from the victim's recovered vehicle. You know what, Avery? I did a short pre-recorder where I read this whole thing. You should watch it.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he just completely just gave a simple version to get the least amount of trouble. I think that's a bunch of
Yes.
BS.
I think so
Buying
too.
marijuana,
The most
first of
least,
all, and
the
then
most least,
the most least complicated
yeah,
version
it's
of it. Yeah,
like,
went to get marijuana and we got into a fight, and that
yeah,
happened. You didn't
yeah,
execute two people and then with a baby and set them up. Yeah, okay.
I hope they did a urinalysis on him when they brought him into jail.
yes, they will. I'm pretty sure they will, because then they'll be able to see, does he have other drugs in his system? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hopefully they just haven't let us know about. They're gonna find other stuff. Then they're not saying.
yeah, that's true. So I wonder if, do you guys think it's going to go to trial, or they're going to take some kind of deal or plea? You know what I'm saying? Or do you think they're going to take it to trial?
He's going to take a plea for the DP.
Do you really think
That's
they're
what I
going to give
think.
him a plea deal though?
I think they will in Texas.
Yeah. Instead of
in
even
Texas?
to not have to have a trial, I think they would. Yeah.
In California, they would not. The families would probably say, "Well, we don't have the death penalty anymore," so they would go to trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wouldn't just let you bypass all that when you two executions and a baby.
Man, I just feel like if there was ever a time that the death penalty needed that they needed to have it, would be them.
Yeah,
Well, him, not his dad necessarily, but him.
Doesn't Texas have? Texas is hard on with the death penalty, right?
Yeah, they're really
Mhm.
They
they're
got a
like one of
fast
the big
lane.
ones. Yeah.
As soon as those appeals are done, they run them down the aisle and get it done.
But it's good because they could use it for deals, though. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, instead of going to, because like if they
look
don't
at
have a
Chris
death penalty,
Watts.
what kind of deal can you give a murderer? You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
either no death penalty or life in prison times
yeah. So if they don't have
Without
one, then
parole.
you're gonna want to go to trial. But if they do, they could be like, okay, I'll plead guilty and not have the death penalty. You know.
Did
so.
you did Chris Watts,
Oh
right? Zabe?
yeah, that was the first case I covered.
Yeah,
on the channel.
yeah, I
Yes.
watched that with your bunch of hours of
Yes.
that. But in that, yeah, he just went quick. He was like, let's not do
Yes.
it.
Yep.
But we
You
also
know what?
think Nicole Kessinger's involved too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
You know what
All
I
right.
wonder? Maybe you guys might know this. So if somebody gets the death penalty, and then they file their appeals, and say it goes like 4 years of appeals, and say during those 4 years that state bans the death penalty. So are they like grandfathered in and
No,
still
they'll-
get the death penalty, or then it's just off the table?
No,
for them?
because the guy here in California, Scott Peterson, they went back and took off the death penalty.
Oh, they did.
They did, yeah.
They
They're
just
into
they
it.
did. That's
the life
you're
without
right.
parole.
You're right.
He
I'm a
needed it too.
I'm a
He
true
did.
crime junkie too.
He did
Hey,
too.
I didn't realize that was you guilty of crime, Jay, until like not that long ago. When you first
Yeah.
came up, I didn't know that.
I'm starting a channel. I'm gonna start doing cases too. So
Nice. Guilty of crime, Jay.
Okay, well, I'm going to follow you too.
thank you.
That was one of the first cases I got into with Scott and Lacey Peterson.
Yeah, I live right. I mean, I'm in San Jose, but I used to live in Modesto, and that's where that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Modesto, California.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sad.
You're in San Jose
What is wrong
now?
with people?
I live in San Jose, California now. Yeah, for 23 years.
Do you know anybody with the last name Caceres?
I know so many people. I don't know.
I have family in San Jose. Their last name is Caceres.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I know too many people.
It's probably pretty big too, anyhow.
Listen to Avery. I know the population's 900,000, but do you know my cousin?
Yeah, right.
Is it? Well, I've never been there, Big Al.
900,000. You're talking about like way back in the day. San Jose is like
Right.
one and a
I was just throwing a
million
number
now.
out there.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
wow.
San
Like,
Jose
I
is,
don't know the population of San Jose. I didn't look it up.
I bet
It's
that
probably
traffic's
1.2,
fun.
1. I don't have traffic.
Gosh, you see how he talks to me, y'all, and I just take it
Oh,
and
You
take
Jesus.
it.
Here we
you guys live?
go.
Do you live in
Avery
the
the
same state?
victim. Avery the victim. Big Al's so cruel.
Avery, you should be where Big Al is. You guys should be on the same screen.
I'm
No, I
telling
have
you.
to be above him.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
But no,
So
we're not in the same state. I'm from the West Coast, but I'm in Alabama, and
I'm
he's
in
a Yankee.
Arkansas.
wait, where's he? Arkansas, you said?
No, I'm
Yeah,
in northern Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
that was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And you
Big
wait,
Al's a Yankee.
Jay, where did you say you were?
I'm in San Jose, California, by San Francisco. It's 45 minutes from San Francisco.
Nice. That's one place on my list that I've never been, and I've always wanted to visit San Francisco.
Come out. I'll show you around.
Yeah.
I
Zach,
never
when
got
you do,
to.
I'm going with you.
Okay.
Road
I'll
trip.
pick you up.
I never got to go to those parts of California. I lived in San Diego, Apple Valley. I lived in oh my goodness. Oh good Lord, I can't even think of the it starts with an F.
Fresno.
No. It
Is it all Cal?
Help.
But
Oh, you felt.
but yeah,
Felton.
I lived in a
Come here.
lot of
Fernando
different
Valley?
Come here, honey. I'll blow in your ear and give you a refill.
No.
Oh my Lord.
Fallbrook is where I lived.
Nobody else is in California? Oh yeah, no, actually is it Moet that's in California?
Yeah, I'm in
Oh.
Anaheim, like 5 minutes away from Disney, so
I was just at Disney.
Nice.
I was just at Disney in October.
I've never been, and I want to so bad.
Girl, wear some good shoes. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
For real.
Some hokas.
Zay, where are you?
I'd rather go
Oh
through
yeah, I'm
Disney
not
in a
everybody's saying
wheelchair.
I'm in Ohio, boring old Ohio.
Ohio. I
Flat
thought
and
you were in
boring here.
Pennsylvania.
That's why you have the fun background. It looks like a club in San Francisco going on there.
Yeah, there you
got,
go.
you got like the nightlife going on.
Yes. So somebody said, where did I put that? That there was new things listed. Wait, let me find that real quick. You guys can keep
Users are
talking.
going
Sorry,
up too.
I'm just talking out loud.
Your users, you're back up to 88 something point something K. Can anyone see the users? How many users?
645 now.
88,645.
Oh, you mean subs? Subs,
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
subs.
subscribers.
Users.
Yeah, subs. The subscribers.
Yeah.
It was down. I watched it
Yeah.
go down during
Yep.
we'll talk about the dark period for a minute.
Yeah.
And then and now it's going back up. So we're good.
Yeah. I feel very fortunate and very grateful for that. Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. This has been I'm having fun chatting with you guys tonight. This is a
Yeah,
good
thanks for
chat.
having me up, Zav.
You're
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones on here, and this is the first time I've ever been on one of your shows with you. So I'm fangirling.
I think this is the first time I've been on Zav's panel.
Yeah. Yes. I think
Maybe
so.
I'm
I
just
did
usually in
one.
the comments.
Maybe I
Yeah.
did once like a year and a half ago, but
Did you come up maybe during the Kylie case? Did you come up?
maybe.
Okay. There were so many people that came up that I don't remember everybody that did. If it was only once, I remember Al, because Al, you came up, more than once. But you may have, yeah, maybe you did. So, who said that there was new charges, or the charges are listed or something? Can you repeat that? Because
No,
I
I
can't
said
find it.
they're gonna be tampering with evidence and destruction of evidence coming from
Oh, that was your comment?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's coming.
God. Okay. I'm over here trying to find it. It's you.
He does that. He puts stuff in the chat while he's on panel.
Well, I don't want to interrupt sometimes. When
That's
people are having
good.
a good thought and
Good,
they're making a
though.
good comment, I don't want to interrupt.
I can't
You
even see the
multitask.
chat. I never look when I'm on a panel.
I
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
learn
know
to
how Zabe.
multitask better.
Yeah, Zabe does that. You're supposed to be looking at all that. I don't know how you do that.
Mhm.
How many
Let's
screens
get
do you have?
overwhelming. I only have 2 monitors, but like as far as like like windows and stuff, yeah, it gets overwhelming, but I love it.
I
Do you have
couldn't
your
do this.
phone too?
I never really use my phone when I'm on a live. If maybe
Oh, that's good.
somebody
That's
texts
good.
me, but that's about it. I try, and I miss a lot of texts because I forget that it's laying right there and I have it on silent. But and sometimes I'm
couldn't
mad
do
though
this
because it'll
with
be like
less
a
than
good
3.
information, and I'll be like, why didn't I look at my phone?
You're behind the scenes today. What happened? Yesterday you were out. Didn't get ready today?
Yeah, I just didn't feel it. I just feel like blah. I just didn't feel like being on camera.
Nice.
I'm
So
glad you guys
I
are.
think they
Are you?
did talk about the 3 charges. They did talk about the other ones, Big Al. Right?
I didn't hear him talk about the tampering with evidence yet.
I think they said they were going to, or they were
Yeah.
looking into it, but
I honestly think these guys are playing it really smart. They've
yeah.
got enough to hold them.
Yep,
That's all they
agreed.
need right now. They don't need to tip their hand any more than they have.
No, they're
And
playing a
they need to
game
be
right now.
methodical and do it right because
That way it'll
that
all
baby
stick.
and those kids deserve justice.
I think they're
No
trying to
matter
get as
what they
much
were
as
into,
Yep.
no matter what kind of people they were, they didn't deserve that.
Amen.
They also were kids too.
They're
Like,
kids. I mean, that kid was, I'm not going to stand in a glass house and throw rocks. I sold pot when I was a teenager. I made a lot of bad decisions when I was a younger person. I
Yep.
wasn't always a good guy, I mean, but you can't judge somebody just point blank like that. You can't.
I think he's just I mean, right now it's social media is a big thing, and all of these kids are out there. I mean, they're stupid. When I was a kid, they didn't have social media to flaunt your money and your drugs, right? So that's a dumb thing for him to do. But I think they're kids. How old were they,
That's
Dave?
the trend.
Like
You got to
that's
show
what I
off
was
your
Oh,
car.
saying.
You got to show off your jewelry. You got to show off your gun. You got to show
I
off your
was
grill. That's what makes kids cool now.
You see all the rappers trials going on right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Which ones? No.
The
Was it
one that
Meat Mill?
the one just got a mistrial again. I have to look it up.
Melly or
Melly, yes,
Yeah.
yes, Melly. Again, like they're holding him though, because like I think he
got another mistrial.
He got another mistrial again.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're just like I watched the whole thing and I'm like, come on, just do it. No.
Wow.
I was just saying the other day, like it's weird to me how Matthew was just all over his social media and stuff with it. Like if I were to even think I was going to go sell a bag of marijuana, I would make my buyer go like on a scavenger hunt. We'd have to go to like 50 different
Jesus.
places before our final meetup. I'd have to switch like a rental car probably 55 times. Like I would be the worst dealer in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see myself
Order a bag of weed on Monday and get it on Saturday.
Can we? Yeah, you'll mail it to him. Did they
They'd have
say
to-
that he went?
Yeah,
his
they'd have to
house?
come through hoops to meet up with me, and then I'd probably have to like even do a body cavity search on him and everything.
Yeah, they found his address in Savannah's phone, like directions to the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. They looked it up. So that wasn't smart either. They were gonna find him.
Yeah.
So I looked up the address of hey Robbie, what's up? I looked up the address of that their address or whatever to see if murder is still listed under that, but I'm gonna look her up specifically. But it has 5 people listed of possible living there that were all last seen, like all they must have been somehow linked there, all in this year, all in 2023. And one, like I said, is the oldest son.
But you know, as zavgirl, like that thing's never accurate because
You're
I looked
right.
I looked
right.
myself up, my address, and it had my sister living here. It had
Okay.
my ex-husband living here, which he never lived here. It had his sisters and siblings living here, and they don't
It's
even live in
anybody.
Alabama.
Yeah, it's anybody
Okay.
that's related. They pick up on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there is a girl though that's is kind of around his age that they have. So maybe that's his girlfriend. I'm not gonna like say the name but I'm gonna look into her and see if I can find anything interesting. But yeah, there is a woman that it might be her.
Are you talking about that was at the address at the time when they called up the dad and she hopped in the truck? Possibly.
Well, we're trying to figure out who that girl was walking out.
Yeah, who the girl was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I didn't see that until like just now. As many times as I watched that clip, I didn't see the hand pop out with the towel. So yeah, that's interesting.
Sorry, one thing I wanted to pop up and say, if you don't mind, is that what do you think is going to happen? I think they're going to find Matthew's prints on that gun they recovered.
And then what? What do you mean? Like did it
That pushes that whole self-defense narrative big time.
Oh, so you think it might be a self-defense? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think they're going to find Matthew's prints on that gun they recovered, though.
But it's Matthew's gun.
It's his gun. Yeah, he ditched his own gun.
If they say that gun was used to kill them, and if Matthew was originally in the front seat, his prints on the gun, how would Chris get that gun from him?
Well, how did they say he used that gun? Was that matched?
They were saying that was the gun that they're assuming that's the gun that was used to kill the two.
Is it the same caliber?
The gun in the house. They haven't said whose gun it was.
Yeah, because if they haven't found the caliber and all that, then
they were just but they said in that press conference that they believe that's the gun that was used to commit the murders.
Bobby, they didn't say it was his gun though. They didn't say whose gun it was. They just said they found the gun in the house that was used that they think was used to commit the murders.
But that's what I'm saying. If they find Matt's prints on that gun.
But how did he get it to his house?
Matthew could have fought it out. He could have like grabbed it.
Yeah.
Like he could have still have prints and he wasn't. It wasn't his gun. You know what I'm saying?
But,
he could have like been like trying to grab it away from him and push it away, maybe.
Yeah,
Christopher is the one who said it was Matthew's gun in the affidavit.
But do you remember when that?
Exactly. Yeah, he said he pulled the gun, but we think he's lying.
In that interview with Alex, his brother. That interview with Alex, his brother, he said Matthew always had a firearm with him.
Yes, he did.
So if they can't find Matt's gun, his brother said a whole bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah.
But if they can't find Matt's gun, they find Matt's fingerprints on the gun they recovered from Chris's house. That creates a huge issue for the
if
prosecutor.
Chris was wanting to buy a gun also, maybe that's how he ended up getting his hands on Matthew's gun.
If there was stippling on the wound on the victim, it blows the self-defense thing out of the water completely.
Exactly. He was too close to him. It was execution style. Both of them were execution style, though.
Yeah.
So that's how I don't see.
Maybe he wanted to buy some drugs and a gun, and maybe he was checking the gun out, and then it went down.
Hey, Jay, real quick. This is the girl that I'm trying to figure out. She walks out of the house after, right here. And I always thought it was Murda, but then everybody say Murda doesn't live there. He has a girlfriend. So maybe, I don't know, right here.
That'd be the girlfriend.
Oh, right here.
The person walking out of the house right there?
Yeah.
They look like they've got a name badge on. They've got a badge.
Originally, I thought it was a cop, but then are you sure though? Because then I changed my mind.
Right there. That's an ID badge.
Are you sure?
That sure looks like it. It looks like it says police down her sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah, but why would the guy close the door for her?
Yeah, but she's getting in the car with those people. Are those people cops?
That's probably a detective.
Like originally, but hold on. Originally, I did think it was a cop because I thought it. But if you look more close, could that just be a sweatshirt that has like a logo?
Let's let her get all the way to the door, and as she turns, look at her left chest and her left arm.
No, I see that.
It just looks like a sweater. It looks like a logo to me. It doesn't look like the police.
And she's got a crossbody purse going across the front of her.
Yeah. She got like a fanny pack.
Got off of work from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of females carry a firearm.
See, I think that's Ramon's girlfriend.
That's what I'm thinking now. I originally thought it was Murda, but no, now because I thought she was the one with him. But yeah, now I'm thinking it's probably a girlfriend. But they said that somebody labeled this that this was them taking her in to talk to her. But I'm trying to figure out if these other people are cops, like in a regular. Let's see. You don't think they are
That's
the
probably a
guys,
detective's car.
like detectives?
Is.
Detectives. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, Big
So-
Al, I told you everybody wears fanny packs.
I know you did. You're right.
So yeah, they said that they're taking her in for questioning.
I
After
think
their
it is
arrest.
her, and I think that when the son called and said, "Hey, I need help real quick," I mean, whoever was in the house with him is who went with him. Somebody was there.
More charges.
Did you guys see this one? I'm trying to find the whole
No.
video of this,
Oh,
guys.
Since there was
No.
the
It's
death
just a
of
quick.
that unborn
I
child.
can't find the whole
DA Joe
thing.
Gonzalez tells us he intends to prosecute, quote, to the fullest extent of the law. For now, the father and son remain behind bars. Bonds again raised this morning as more charges were added. They stand at $600,000 for the father and $2 million.
It cuts off. It was just a Twitter. I can't find.
They're
the
going to say
original.
2 million. Yeah.
Hey, Zab,
But I
thanks
wanna
for
find
having me up.
Chris's.
I got to run down to
Wait,
the
who
bar.
is that? Who? Hold on.
The bar.
Who
It's
is
Big
that?
Al.
Oh,
It's Big
Al,
Al.
I can't. Your voice
okay.
kind of sounds like Robbie's in a way.
I gotta
right
run
now.
down to the bar. There's some issues happening. So thanks for having me up.
Thanks,
I'll
Al.
see you
Thanks
later.
for coming up. You better
We'll
come
be covering
back.
up
I
a
will
crime.
come back. I will
All
come
right.
back. See you later,
Okay.
sweetheart.
All right,
I gotta
bye.
hop down too. Zavgirl, thanks for having me up.
Oh, you're just following your husband. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
You're fine, Avery.
Right.
We'll be covering up
Okay.
any crimes while you're gone.
Yeah, oh, I know, right? But
You're good,
but
Avery.
yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Oh, let me ask you guys real quick though before I hop down. Did anybody up here watch the A&E the Casey Anthony parents lie detector?
No, I wanted to and I forgot.
I watched it last night. I think it's gonna be on again tonight on A&E.
Was it
It's probably
good?
on.
I actually thought it was good. It was drawn out, like they waited till the very end to give you the damn results. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to go through the TV screen and start smacking people because it was so drawn out. But it was good.
So
It
what
really
were the
was.
results?
Yeah.
Do you like that's a
Yeah.
spoiler alert? You want me to do that?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I like doing that. So they both passed their lie detector test. He had no sexual contact with Casey or Kaylee, and he had nothing to do with Kaylee's death. And the mother passed her lie detector test that he never confided in her any information about, the murder of Kaylee. Oh, and neither of them have ever cheated on each other.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Casey
What?
Anthony's parents. She tried to say her dad. The reason she got off was
Yes.
because she put all that stuff in court.
Mhm.
Her dad
Yeah.
did it, and so it was kind of like they could reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah, Casey did a documentary that came out about what,
Oh,
8 months ago.
I binge watched that.
I saw that documentary.
Yeah, and she straight up called her father.
Wait, be careful the words you. Okay.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, and so
That happens to people, like that really happens, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a slap in the face for real
Yep.
victims.
Real victims.
She just needed an excuse. I mean, she's been in hiding for 10 years, right? So
Oh, yeah.
she needs an excuse for people to feel bad for her. Who doesn't report their daughter missing for 30 or 31 days?
Yeah, that's.
It was.
I can't believe she
Well-
got off.
I can because she made it a circus in court and blamed her dad,
yeah.
so it was reasonable doubt. That was another suspect.
And see, with lie detector tests, their accuracy is like 85%.
But they're not admissible in court, though.
They're not admissible in court.
Yeah, they're
Because
not admissible in court. But
you can beat them easily.
here's the thing is if you're telling the truth, your body, chemistry doesn't really change. But if you're lying, then it will pick up. So they're more accurate on.
It's still a show, though. I mean,
Yeah.
A&E could have been like,
But it was enough for me. Like I to watch the results, and it showed the test as he was taking it, and
oh, they did.
Yeah, I believe them. I do. I
Yeah.
believe that they're innocent.
I don't know. I
But
think if lie detector tests were remotely credible, then you'd be able to use them in court. So you take them for what they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and after all this time, you know what, you can kind of there's a
Convince
thing where
yourself that you didn't do it.
you can believe your own lies.
Yeah, you could
Oh
convince
yeah.
yourself that
And
you didn't
Well,
do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah,
so it's
that's a good point.
yeah, so you take those for what they are, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But anyhow, but yeah, thanks for having me up, and I'll
All
check you out
right.
again.
Yeah, definitely come by again.
All right, you guys have a good
Thanks for
night.
coming up.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
You guys, I might
Have a
end it
good
anyway.
one.
It's 8 o'clock. I was I was supposed to be off at 7. Well, I was saying I was gonna go off at 7 so I can hang out with Zeke. I know
Yeah.
I'm pathetic. He's my dog, but I haven't got to really hang out with him much since this case has started.
Well, you know what's all coming on right now is the Gypsy Rose documentary, and I gotta go watch that.
Okay,
What's
good.
it on?
I gotta watch that. Maybe I'll watch that. Say what, Storm?
What channel's it on?
What channel?
It's gonna be on Lifetime, and they're gonna stream the first 2 for free, and then after that, you have to have, as long as you have a cable provider or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just want to see what she really has to say.
Yeah, that case
Me
is very
too. So
interesting.
I'm gonna try to check that out then.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys for coming up. Guilty of Crime Jay, you were awesome. You better come up
Thank
again.
you. I absolutely will. I'm
Yes,
trying
it was
to-
nice
yeah.
meeting you.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to start your channel. Let me know. Are you starting it soon?
Started it already with just
Oh.
the intro, but I gotta, it's already started, and I got a couple little things up, but
Okay.
so you can like look at it, and I'll put it up. I'm gonna start putting content. I'm gonna start doing serials first.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I will definitely subscribe.
Thank you.
And Moet, thank you for. Are you still here with us, Moet? I don't think I heard you talk in a while.
Moment's just chilling.
Just chilling.
Dinner, sorry guys, I'm still here.
Okay, Moet. Thank you for coming up, Storm. Thank you guys, Robbie.
Thank you
it's
for
always a
having me.
pleasure.
For sure.
And yeah, well,
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
all
Nice
right.
meeting everybody. Have a good night. And yeah.
We'll
Don't
do
help
this
people
again
cover up
soon.
crimes.
What's that?
Don't help people cover up crimes.
No,
Absolutely not.
definitely not.
Sometimes the
thanks,
obvious
guys.
needs
It's
to
been
be
a good
stated.
chat.
Yeah, thank you, Zay.
Really
Go
has.
spend time with the dog.
I will. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Have
Okay,
a good
we'll
one.
talk later, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, guys. In chat, you guys, in live chat, thank you for hanging out. Hanging out, Flaxus. Haven't seen you forever. No, I know. I probably saw you like a few days ago. I don't know why I said that. Tennessee Shine. Oh, wait, Tennessee Shine. So maybe if you guys are still interested in, depending on how it goes, maybe tomorrow I could still, maybe I will still do a lot, an open panel. It kind of turned into today because of the press conference, and I was like, well, I want to go and talk about that. But yeah, either today or tomorrow, or either Saturday or Sunday. This weekend we should do one, and hopefully you'll come up, Tennessee Shine, Jay, and everybody. That was a good chat. You know, I love when panels, because sometimes panels are better than others. Not that it's the people, it's just sometimes it just goes real smooth. And today was like one of those days that it was very enjoyable. Yeah, I'll let you know. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna go steal Zeke from my grandma, and email me if you guys get any new information about this case. That's interesting. I'm definitely invested. And if you guys could find that full video of the not arraignment, but the booking, I cannot. Even the news. It looks like it's from a news channel. I don't know why. I checked all like the local channels and I cannot find it, but oh, are you serious, Bushi? What's the name? Email me. I'm gonna go back and listen to it. Mr. Bear, Wolfpack, thank you all. You guys are awesome. Kayla, Guilty Crime by Jay. Oh, here, I'll take you down. I know sometimes it's hard to figure out how to get down. Sometimes I don't know how to get down, and I use it, like if I'm on a guest, I'm like, wait, how do I get off of here? But all right, Kimberly, thank you. I just want to say hi to a couple people real quick. Tom, my loyal Tom. Hey, Jessica. Thank you, Mr. Beer. Shay Shay, Kylie. Yay, New Zealand. Yay. Thank you for coming. I'm going up, so I don't know if you're still. Oh, no, it was only 2 minutes ago, so you're probably hopefully still here. Hey, E-Rock, JMW. Just like to say hi to a few people before I end. Max, the lady professor who trash talks SC, Justice Kavanaugh, worked for CIA to train people how to best lie detector test. Who trash talked who? Mean Sugar. What? Really? But why was she there? Mean Sugar, that doesn't even make sense, does it? I'll look into it. What do you mean, JC? What channel? What are you what are you referring to? I'm not sure. Liberty, Mel, Alan, Gateway. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Bye.